Yeah, man. Hey, how you guys doing?
Yes, your audio's not going through to the stream, neither of you.
There, solved. I think I got that. Thank you very much. Okay, sorry about that, guys. 10 minutes late and starting with no audio, but that's all right. So what I was saying, while nobody could hear me, was that I'm doing something a little different. Instead of on the Geeks Ragnarok server, where Dynamic D and I have been working on that castle a few weeks running, I've come back to my personal server, which is Building Evolved, and everything I've ever done here was for the most part for one series, which I started about a year ago. We worked on an elk ranch called Jack's Landing. I built up a Roman area that never ended up getting a name, and then I think I had a corrupt save and lost that world, and then worked on a harbor town, and then ended up here. This was the last area I worked on. This is my little Viking village. And the very last spot we worked on was High Moon, or I think I ended up calling it Snake Venom Hall, which is this big, sort of epic, great hall. And I don't know if you want to come up here, Dave, or Dynamic. It's big main building somewhere over here.
Oh, the Snake Venom Hall. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And so I want to come back here because I've been thinking about rekindling this series, but instead of doing it on this server where I'm limited to the center map and always by myself, I'm thinking about getting something going on our, basically we have a Geeks Patreon server that is inspired by this. It's a creative building server, basically Building Evolved, but open to the Patreon community. And so I've been thinking about heading back there and getting something like this going. This is always my favorite way to do building videos, although I'm slightly torn. I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, so this is one spot I worked on. In this series, I've constantly named things after some of my more generous patrons. And in that sense, I'm sure I've got folks I could be naming stuff after when we get going. But yeah, Snake from our community got this place named after him, and gave me the inspiration to make this place sort of snake-like, and got green fire, and you see this Titan boa pit down there. I used to toss your boas in there. So yeah, we're gonna wander around this world a little bit for the beginning of the stream today. Go look at a few of the spots I've built while floating around here over maybe close to 30 episodes all in, and a bunch of live streams. And then we're gonna head over to the Patreon creative building server and maybe scout for a new area to build and talk about, see if people are inspired, some ideas where we can really get ourselves started and work on something new. So I had a lot of fun doing this. This is a place I've totally, like when I was telling you, I've gone back and forth between different styles of showing off arc building, and one is this, which is more of a hangout, not showing every single step, and the other is sort of step-by-step tutorials. This is a building that really suited getting shown off step by step, and I ended up doing it within Building Evolved, basically showing people how to build the entire thing. It wasn't a part of my tutorial series, it was part of this series, but it ended up having the same effect where a lot of people followed along and were able to recreate this step by step in their worlds, and I think I've seen this one, of all the things I've built in this series, this is the thing that's been sent to me the most often. I'm going to turn things down a little. That audio sounds a little loud to me. Let me know how we're doing on audio, guys. Usual Saturday morning stream, it'll take me a little while to get settled in. Oh man, you've never seen this this place.
No, I always seen it in like the videos and the streams, you know, like what you said, but that was about it. I haven't been here before now.
Yeah, well, we're gonna hopefully people are gonna get to see the two main areas that still exist from this world. Like I said, the Elk Ranch and the Roman area I could get back to, but they're a different save I would have to load up. That rain is about to stop. I ended up, I think this was the very last episode, was that up there, which was inspired by Bleak Falls Barrow. I was trying to do some big old Viking ruins. I don't know if you can see those up on the top of that spire up there.
Yeah, no, I can see them. Yeah.
And then when I always wanted to get this going for the top of that, but I ended up getting it going for town here. I have this ice wyvern, basically. He's permanently swooping and flying around the place because he's following around Gallimimus, who seems to have gotten.
Yeah, I don't know, because when I came in, he was flying in like one place as well. But I think it's the Gallimimus. It's
yeah, that's
stuck.
the
Yeah.
sheep pen. There you go. So we'll leave the Gallimimus on wander, and then if your HUD is off, you're not paying attention. It's just a freaking big old dragon swooping and flying past town. I like it. Let's watch him go. Nope, that Gallimimus is just gonna keep getting himself stuck. But yeah, I didn't end up kind of sticking with this area, and I think I was just, in my head, I was thinking I wanted to get back to building tutorials because I didn't feel like enough people were watching, but people have watched, like, the Snake Venom Hall, as many people have watched that as a bunch of my building tutorials, so it leads me to think I can come back to the series and do the building videos however I want to. Now, my only worry on that front, what, you guys can hear me now, right? Gotta be. What does that say? 1714 and no UTC? What does that mean? I'll wait and see. People can hear me, right?
I would think so.
Jeremy just doing question mark, question mark, question mark, like he has no idea what's happening. Yeah.
No, so I just turned on because I'm watching the chat as well on the stream.
It's just
your volume's good, so.
Okay, yeah. And actually, I'm going to adjust you so that you're not way too loud. Talk again for a sec.
Oh, man, here we go again with that talk again for a second.
Yep, that's perfect. I think we got what I need. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes, refresh this. Well, I guess he can't hear me if I'm saying refresh the stream. But yeah, I kind of want to get back to this style of video. It was the most comfortable. I had the most fun doing it. It felt the most like natural expression of my creativity in this game was this series, so I aim to get back to it. And as cool as the center is, the reason I kept staying here is to keep so that I could stay in the same world. Like, we're gonna go from here to the harbor town. I always liked the concept of being able to go back and look at something I built a year ago, but I already can't do that. I already have half the stuff I've built, or maybe about a third of the episodes where I can't get back to and access them. But I think the biggest area I did, if you want to follow me, man, we can go down to the docks area where I ended up building a longship. I think I've shown off most of this. I could totally come back here and work on it. I could totally come back to the harbor town and work on it. But getting to go over to Ragnarok, maybe take on a new idea, and maybe get to do it in a world where, you know, like you said, you've never been able to come here, but where our patrons, the Patreon supporters, can come here and do the same. Come check out stuff as I'm working on it, or contribute to it, to be honest, because that area never got finished. How nice would it be if I could, you know, set up a couple little plots and go, okay, someone else build a Viking house here.
Oh yeah, no, that would be pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, and so I think one of my favorite things I built over that last run of things was down here, this Viking longship. Whoops. I don't think, this is a very dangerous area, just keep your eyes open. But yeah, I built this little sort of like fishing pier, and watch out for the rhino. But yeah, I built this longship, and we can actually use this to go over to the other area, if we can get over there. So, yeah, anyway, I would like to find my way to get back to doing this series, and I think I want to do it on Patreon server. That's my game plan. So let me see if I can get myself in the boat. Yes, I can. Let's see if we can get you up here too. That's all right. We're just starting the stream, Iron Sight. Welcome. Welcome, Ron. Ron, I know from, he enjoys any time I call something an idiot. Started with, didn't start with, but I think I remember Ron from getting stressed out in The Long Dark. Anytime I get freaked out, I guess I'd call a wolf an idiot, and Ron would delight at that. But yes, actually, before we go over, I'll take a little peek over here to the edge of this waterfall. You definitely can't take a boat over a waterfall, right?
I wouldn't think so. No.
No.
I wouldn't think it would end well.
I'm pretty sure that you just run into an invisible wall, but we'll find out in a second.
I was just saying, man, give it a try. I mean, it's worth trying.
Yep. Well, I'm pretty sure I've tried it in the past, but the area that's down below us here is where I did the building of all the areas that are not not around anymore. It's a very cool area down there. The only problem with it is it's if you build too close to a waterfall, you will if you build too close to a waterfall, you have to deal with this noise all the time. Are you hearing it?
Yeah, that's the problem I'm having on the Ragnarok, where we're with the Geeks Ragnarok.
Right. And then the other part of this area that's a bit of a mess, and I think, are we stuck here? Perfect. Let's see. I'll see if I can spawn us in something where we can go down there and check out that little area. The build's no longer there, but the area is still fantastic. We can take a little peek. Let's get. Oh, that's not how you spell Pteranodon. Give us a couple little. Ooh. There we go. There we go. Oh, are they stuck inside? Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I went instantly into the water. Come on. This thing's an idiot. It's going to be under the boat, I think. Come back here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I just, this is, over here is where I did the original building on this series. This area is so cool, but you only get light for like a tiny chunk of the day. From like 11 till noon, you get light, and then after that, it's behind the mountain that's up there ahead of us with the waterfall. And then it goes behind this giant land bridge, and then at the end of the day, you get about an hour and a half of sunlight. So I ended up building Elk Ranch. I guess I can't remember exactly which was which. I'll find my way over here. Yeah, the Roman area was...
You did Jack's Landing over here as well, right?
Yes. Oh, and give your thing infinite stats, because my Pteranodon, he stinks.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to figure that one out.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, figured it.
See, every time I just tried spawning some gear in because I was overheating, and so I was like, okay, I'll just get some different gear.
What did you map the Arc Commander key to?
One.
Okay.
One.
Okay. Well, whatever's I think you just need to hit tab before you do what you were gonna do, because it looked like it was going in chat instead of. But yeah, this is where I started the whole series and did. I had a mountain cabin up here. Ended up doing an elk barn. Here, we can switch Pteranodons. My guy is gonna have infinite stamina. And then I can give your guy infinite stamina if you hop off. Oh, stop following me, idiot. I'm giving Ron everything he wanted, calling everything an idiot. Okay, what? Still following me. Sorry about that. Here. Get him? Here.
No, I'll get him.
Okay.
That's fine. It's fine. I'll get him.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I built, this is where I started it all, and actually still the wallpaper of my desktop is from the first day I built here. So this spot for me is very memorable. I think I have, this might still be the channel banner on my Patreon page, is me standing here on this little spot, looking out probably at this exact time of day going like, how beautiful, I love this game, I want to build here. And for me, that was the beginning of like trying to do building in the same area over and over again and trying to build it up. And I was inspired originally by my favorite Minecraft series, which was Building with BOO. And he's the guy I've talked about in recent weeks where he stopped making YouTube videos altogether. And seeing that, I was a little bit bummed and going like, man, I hope that never happens. I tell you, man, this week every single video I have uploaded, YouTube has told me it is not appropriate for advertisers and will not put any ads on it.
Wow.
So and then you have to get 1,000 views in 7 days before they'll manually review it, which means I don't know. I just think it's probably gonna suck for a lot of people if I'm not the only one. Because the videos I've posted this week are like a base tour of Julia's place. That one I have no idea what it could have possibly thought was inappropriate. The other one was me going, here's my live advice show idea. And the one before that was the Ice Queen Cave, and I did a Ragnarok Explorers, and every single one of those YouTube said, yeah, we don't think you should be able to have videos or ads on your videos. So one thing I will say is that ads on videos thing for YouTube. It's like it's important for me now because it's still like half my income, but in a perfect world, it's not. It's not. Like in a perfect world, if I'm getting enough kind of people over on Patreon, this is where I did the Roman area, by the way. This little section down here, if my memory serves. I had like a sheep pen over here, and then out your way. I really liked it because it's insanely flat.
Yeah, it's really flat over here. Yeah.
Did I do this side? I did do this side, yeah. And so right over here is where my sheep pen thing started, if memory serves, where the grass was gone. But I don't know. It might have been the other side. My memory's not good.
I'm thinking it's the other side.
It might be, man.
That's what I'm thinking, but...
Yeah, memory's terrible. But if you want, let's fly back up to that boat, because there really is nothing here to show off. We fly back to that boat, we can go to the Harbour town, which is the biggest area I built. But yeah, the folks on Patreon, I mean, that's like... It means that there would be no reason to stop making YouTube videos for the reasons that my favorite guys had to stop making YouTube videos because he couldn't support his family anymore. But yeah, that's killer. Just to have like the first 2,000, it's not a crazy amount of money, but the first 3,000 views on a video not have ads on them. You know, that's whatever, $6 or something like that. But at the end of the day, I'm doing that every day, hoping that adds up at the end of the month to something. What's up, Monkey Man? I see him in chat. Lizzie's in chat there too. Waldo, Creamy Apple. Anyway.
Oh man, this teardown is slow.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think we have.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think we have the speed stat on here, do we? No.
No, you don't have classic flyers on you.
That's right. I'll meet you at the boat. We'll figure it out wherever I left the boat.
Actually, he's like right behind you as well.
I think he's in the mist down here.
Yeah, there he is.
And skills. Yeah. All right. Is he on follow? You can stay here forever. You are not following me. And is the music too quiet for you guys now? I don't know. Potentially. Here, I was gonna say, let's leave them here. They can stay here forever. Oh, I hit the bottom. This is not water down here. There we go. That was, I fell. I got fall damage. The water stops right where the boat is. Alright, let me get back in here. Alright, and I'll take this thing over to Harbour Town, and these two Pteranodon morons can stay put. I'll zoom myself out. Are we stuck? Oh, I'm facing the wrong way, maybe? There we go. Are we moving?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Does it? Okay, I think so. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, we're moving. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was an optical illusion because the water's going the other way. All right, I'll head over to this little coast over here. I'll zoom us out as much as I can. You can actually, if you want. Actually, it's a terrible view. I was gonna say you can climb up in that crow's nest if you want, but not much up there to show. Okay, can't hear the music. It's always a line to toe between too loud and too quiet. So I'll give it. Go to there. Nobody complained at 47%, so 35 might be doable, but 35 is usually too loud. No, that should be good. It's because I have other things turned down, I think. So let me know if you can hear it, guys. But yeah, YouTube, I mean, it is just not... They're fantastic in the sense, like, that they created so many opportunities for people in the early days, and they created jobs and careers and things for people who just play video games online, and you gotta love them and give them credit on that sense. But from the very beginning, they have not made their focus on creators. They make their focus on advertisers. So I don't know, they really just, it's, you know, that whole like, this video is not appropriate for advertisers. They're, you know, I get 10,000 views, I'll be lucky if I get $20. It's like, is 10,000 views not only really worth $20? You know, they put so much focus on trying to make advertisers happy that, I don't know, they leave everybody else hanging. All the people who are putting the time and energy in. To the point where you have folks who have done it for 6 years going, this isn't worth it anymore. I'm gonna go take my creativity to another platform. So I really don't want that to happen. For me, like, it would be fun to stream on Twitch every day, but I love creating and editing a short half-hour video that really, like, 20 minutes to half hour. I love that medium, and if I never have to stop doing that, I will. And by the way, no face cam, guys. I can show you what's up with it. See that? It's completely borked. So it works kind of, and then it'll stop. So I'm leaving it off for today. I have a new one coming in the mail, and the way that I did the stream yesterday, we did something totally different. For those of you that followed on over to the advice show that both Red and Dynamic D were there for, we did that on Twitch. I had to use my phone to make that happen, so I didn't want to bother with that this morning. Yeah. And that's cool, Ron. It's gonna be a fun thing. I'm not gonna talk too much about that. Like I said, we've chatted lots about it over the last little while. So I have to remember exactly which of these coves the Harbour town is in. It takes a little while to load in when we get there. What time of day are we at here? Oh, it's getting sunset time here. Let's go. Yeah, alright. I know it got darker, but it will get lighter by the time we get out there. So yeah, no face cam. I think we do alright. UTC, you ever going to build pyramids on Ragnarok? Mayan style? And okay, well, Brian, this is an interesting day to talk about it. What we're doing today is revisiting some of the basically like town and city building stuff I have done in my Building Evolved series. I'm over on my center server where I built a Viking town and a Harbour town, among other things. And I'm thinking about how to bring that series over to Ragnarok and to do it on our Patreon Creative Buildings series server. So I'm open to anything. What we're going to do for the first half of this is hang out here, go revisit some of the builds I've done in the past. Yes, you can, Red. You're right up here. I remember that spot. But yeah, we're going to revisit some of the stuff I've done in the past just to get a little inspiration to remind you guys what this series was all about when we were doing it. And then we're going to head over to Ragnarok and look for a spot to start somewhere new. And as for what I'm going to build, I'm sure I'm going to leave that to my own imagination. I won't necessarily be taking, deciding that today, but I'm open to suggestions and ideas from people. Probably not a Harbour town, probably not a Viking town, probably not a castle, because those are all things that have been done or are works in progress. But I'm open to, yeah, lots and lots of ideas. Yeah, people want modern tech stuff. I don't, like, if you look at this series, I've never kind of gotten too modern with it, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to go, we'll head over to Ragnarok. We'll go find ourselves some exciting place to build and see if anything is, see if anything strikes our fancy. This boat,
and I like the tech stuff. I mean, I really do. I mean, I'm building. At least me and Jem are converting our base still.
Yes.
To the tech stuff. It looks really cool, but I'm not sure you really have to design the building to fit the tech. And then I think it would really look good. But yeah.
One thing I'm thinking about is yeah, I've always tried to build with the environment when I've done these, or to try and suit it. You'll see that when we get up to this area. And that's totally taken from building with BOO, which I've talked about in the past. My favorite thing about that is when he would build in Minecraft, it wasn't, like, I love Corrales. Corrales would do amazing building tutorials, but he didn't kind of get into the sort of imagination side of it, which is my favorite. And so for this area, once I picked this location, I went like, and we'll get there soon, I think. Might be the next cove. I think it's not this one. Let me know if you start to see stuff spawning in. I don't think that's the one. Is it?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
There's two coves that look freaking identical here, though. No, that's not it.
No, I think the other one was you had the waterfall like higher up, though, right?
Did the boat just turn purple for you? Ooh.
Slightly.
Slightly. You gotta look at the stream when it catches up, man. I have no idea what just happened to our boat. That looks ridiculous. Completely purple. What is that? Okay. Is it fading away now? That's bizarre. Yeah, wait. Have a peek over at that stream.
I'm looking at the stream now.
A desert.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's cool. But then again, everything around your boat is purple as well.
You're purple too. I'm purple too. Ark, come on.
You're normal for me. I mean,
Is it? Jeez. Anyone ever seen this before? What is that?
I really wouldn't be able to tell you.
Maybe I'll wash it off? I stay purple, man.
It's weird though, because I mean, you're not purple to me. Nothing's purple.
Jeez. Okay, well, we may have to do a little relog or something. We'll see if this is, like, infectious and we get to the other town and it starts turning everything purple.
Yeah,
wow.
So if it's turning purple there, then yeah.
Wow. I think that's my river up there. Anyway, so when I got to this area, I took a ton of inspiration from building with B-dubs and went like, you know, okay, if there was a town here, what sort of a town would it be? If there were people living here, what kind of people would they be? What kind of creatures would they use? And I tried to make it totally thematic and, oh, maybe there's a third river. Or stuff gonna spawn.
Yeah, let's say, I mean, just a bit further up.
Yep.
So to the left, I think there's another river that comes down there, and I think that's your cove.
They all look pretty similar. Oh, the purple's gone. Nope.
Red's telling me that it's an issue that has to do with the redwoods. He says when you move away from the redwoods, it'll be over. It'll
oh, good thing our village is completely in the redwoods. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'll try getting out to see. Maybe I can like shake it off and come back in. That's fascinating.
See if we can get hit by leads.
Okay, so I see people wanting mountain, wanting swamp, and wanting desert. All of those are like
a swamp shanty town.
And I have a vision for like sort of a floating tiki village I've always wanted to do, but I always thought I would do that here on the center on that the tropical island with the big circular bay.
Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
Where we originally had a community center. That was the spot I originally thought of it. But swamp, desert, any of those could be the direction we go. But I do want to get into some thematic stuff, and it's like, I know it's not perfect for people as viewers because it means we're not changing gears as often. It's not ice fishing shack one day, modern desert house the next day, greenhouse the next day. You'd all kind of be in an area and sticking with a theme. But the good thing about that server is that it resets now it's going to be every couple of months. But it means that we'll be able to build for a month or two and then totally shift gears and see what happens. So yeah, the purple's gone in some angles.
That's what I'm saying. It was slightly purple for me, right? That's what I'm saying. When I certain angles, it looks purplish.
I went
not like your screen though. No.
Jeremy's like, "Oh, build a pink town, build a purple town." Yeah, you're gonna see the purple town pretty soon. Man, how far is this dang place? I can't remember.
It's really weird though. I mean, I remember it being like on sort of like a hilltop. Oh, there comes the leads. There we go.
Yeah, we dodged them up till now. I'll get in the shallows. I think we might get flyers and go refresh our memory. Because the spot's so big, it sometimes takes a second to load in. But I feel like we got close enough to both those rivers that it would have loaded in. And definitely the Viking town. If the Viking town is there, the Harbour town is there. They're in the same world. Is this boat going to break on us?
I hope not.
Okay, let's get right over here. I feel like if I'm at this big stone bridge thing that's up ahead of us, I feel like we've gone too far, but it might be just around the corner from here. I guess we keep going. I didn't knock you off, right?
No, I'm still here. Looking at the terror birds murdering all the ants.
I'm trying to see how close this... I think we lost the big whale. Yeah, we look good. Yeah, maybe it is just up here, but man, my memory is terrible. It's been a while since I was here. The center redwoods are pretty great.
Oh, I love these things. I always build even on the other server, because we have the center server as well for the geeks, and I was actually looking to build up here, but you decided to build somewhere else, so I was like, okay, I'll move over there with you.
Peace out, monkey man. Thank you, buddy. And Allie asking, would changing the weather potentially that did fix it? I think. Screw off, you dang lead. I'm gonna park this boat up here. I'm not too attached to it. Like I said, I'm going to be moving on to another world. But maybe we'll get ourselves... should I park it? What do you think?
Yeah, I'd park it if I were you. Because you're pretty much all the way to the left side of the redwoods now.
All right,
so it's got to be. We went too far, but
that's tame. Thank God. Okay, here, grab yourself one of those, and we'll just see if we can go find what we need to find. Oh, actually, you know how to do the infinite stats now? Or should I?
No.
Okay, here, you take this white wolf. Oops, I can't. And I'll get the other one. Oh yeah. In worst case, we can make him fly. Oh, and actually, I'm going to give him some XP. And we can switch again. So yeah, hop on this guy. You can level up some speed or whatever he needs. Oh, go.
He stole something. I hate these things. I really do.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything worth stealing.
Ooh, Troodons. Nice.
Alright. I've leveled up one of these guys for speed. Want to do switcheroo?
Yeah, sure. I like to just murder this Troodon and make
cool.
it safe for everyone.
Alright. I'll get Ghost here. So I think I got your speed close to 200. I'll do that for this one. Whoops.
Wow, this guy's fast.
There we go. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. I don't know how I'm lost and can't find my own village.
It's either that or it just wasn't spawning in at the moment.
It might be. So I'm gonna have a quick check and make sure it's not up here. I don't think so. But maybe it is right. This is a different cove, I believe.
No, this is a completely different cove. I don't recognize this cove because you had the water running like right through it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I guess yeah. I don't know. I can put down a bed and we can fast travel. I know there's probably a bed in every little town I've done. Oh, you not have infinite stats, Wolf. I thought I gave you that.
Oh, great Microraptor. Oh man, they're killing me too.
Oh. Here, we can make, let's get, I don't know why I picked wolves. I thought we were going to be right around the corner from where we need to go.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's just, oh, here we go. I found a bed.
A bed? Interesting. I mean, we could just make a bed. Titanosaurus here. What kind of bed? Does it say anything on it?
It just said UTC bed, but
okay.
Oh, I'm at your. I want a big barn with a horse.
My memory's terrible. Occasionally, I would hop out here and do like
I'm on like an island.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. Building like your horse barn, basically.
I think I would just occasionally I would see if you see that bed. If you see other beds floating around, is there one called something Harbour Town something?
No, just beds.
Okay.
New area bed.
So
bunk bed. Viking town. So.
Yeah. So I'll tell you where the Harbour Town's supposed to be on a map.
Well, I'm spawning at a different place now, so I'll check
80.
This out. It might be here.
80. Dang, I forget what it was, but it's on that southern coast. I think 8035. Is that right? I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Anyway, guys, hopefully you don't mind us derping around trying to relocate this area. This song that is playing now, by the way, I forgot to check if people could see it, but this song is the one that used to be the intro to this series. It's called Perfect by Josh Woodward. So this is start playing and I go, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Building Evolved. Creative building series where blah, 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 blah. Something like that I would usually say. Anyway, I've always been torn between the tutorials, which have always traditionally gotten more people to watch, but have less of a ongoing connection with people. People would come and watch one and not necessarily come back for more, or I don't know. The questions and comments you get on tutorials are often like, I don't know, help me. How come this works? How come you built it like this? This is broken. You know, like whiny, complainy comments. It's a decent amount of that. Whereas with Building Evolved, it was like all kinds of creativity, and I go like, well, what can I work on next episode? And people go, what about this? What about this great idea? This is the river, so I think I've found the river. We'll see in a sec.
Yeah, I'm an 85-50.
That's right. I'm
7.
It's
so, I just spawned in here in a bed, so.
Okay, so we sailed right past it. Is this wolf gonna die? Probably. I'll hop off at the last second. Oh, I hopped off too high. Am I gonna die?
I do hear people aren't hearing the music.
Okay. Well, we can crank it up another notch. And 84 people watching. I think record for today's stream so far. So thank you guys. Let's try that. That feels loud to me. See you later, stupid T-birds. So there's a village there?
Oh yeah, man, I'm here.
Okay. Where am I then? Wrong place. Okay, yes. I guess I have one more river to go. So, did we sail? Did we just miss it? I
think we would have to. We would have to miss it.
We just didn't pull in the little cove or something.
I think that's it.
Yeah, it's gonna pop up right now for me. Yes. Okay, I remember.
Yes, it took me a while to load this thing in. So.
This is Cole Harbour, named after Foes, who was a very long time first really generous patron I had, and no longer a patron, but stayed one for a very long time. So yeah, these were the piers. Oh, and why am I? What's wrong with me? Okay, and I have to find. So this outfit I'm wearing, I'm sure you've seen me in the fur with the wolf head. That is the outfit for the Viking town. That is not the outfit for the Harbour town. I'm going to try and find where I left the Harbour town outfit. I think it's in a dock somewhere. If that, if that makes sense. Somewhere around here.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. I just see all these boxes all over the place. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
All right, I'm just going to look and see. I bet I left it close to where I left town. I left town over here somewhere. And then we'll do a little tour. I'll see one of these. So this town, I pictured a lot of mammals. Nope. You? Maybe it's you. Nope. One of these guys has like a whole outfit with a captain's hat. It's fantastic. But I'll just have to look until I track him down. I think in my head it was on a Hesperornis. But yeah, this area started with like docks. And everything here I used was like vanilla building pieces. There's no modded stuff here. So I did everything just boxes and compost things and tables, and I tried to make it look like a crowded dock area. Once again, I picked an area that doesn't get sun for big chunks of the day. And then something happened where all the rocks respawned when I switched server hosts, but the game didn't know they were not here, so you can't break them. So it did mess things up a little bit. There's a bunch of like unbreakable rocks floating around this town. Let's see if we can find some captain's hat type gear. There's a couple of... What's the other therium? Calico therium. I got a couple of calico theriums floating around. This is the big church build I never finished. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll figure it out. Yeah, there's supposed to be a gigantic church up here. So, yeah, this series let me kind of, like, just whatever I felt like building every day, go do it, and kind of, like, try and bring a town to life. And hopefully you guys are hearing music now. You can let me know for sure. And let me take a peek back at chat. What have you missed? Welcome to the Lame Wolves. I imagine that's just one of the Lame Wolves. How are things going in Lame Wolf Town? I see you guys playing D&D with patrons. That sounds fantastic. Nope. Somewhere around here's a whole captain's outfit, and I will not rest until I've found it. But yeah, I just built an interconnected frickin' village. And yeah, would like to get back to this kind of thing.
This is really cool, though. I really do like these buildings.
Somewhere, man, I'm lost in my own stupid town. Yes, okay. And then towards the end, worked a lot on the canal area. We can go back and look at that. Bridges. How? I wonder where I left that dang outfit. It's alright if we don't find it, but I'd like to be dressed as a captain as I explore this place.
Let's say, yeah, it would fit the theme now.
Yeah, it was a very fancy outfit. Maybe this one? Nope. I don't know where the duck went. The Hesperornis, maybe he died and lost the outfit. In my memory, that was him. Oh, and I started using, towards the end, I started using some eco tree stuff. So I made little flower beds there, and this I kind of created. This was the beginning of using mods other than Structures Plus with some of the decor I'm on down by the docks. But yeah, I like this. This was getting to play with like some Tudor style builds and things like that. I don't think it would be in a random box. I think I would have tried to leave it somewhere sensible. We'll see. Maybe I'll get back up to like that last area I worked on, and it'll be obvious to me where it was.
Did you checking that Thorn?
That guy? Yeah, whatever. I did.
I hate that name. I can't pronounce it, and I just hate those birds as well. So
yeah, yeah, they're like a flying pegamastics, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I had this guy here. This guy was like so this whole town, everything I built, all the creatures I imagined being here had like it was a lot of like big mammals. So oh, and this guy's supposed to have, I think these torches are supposed to light up for him. So he looks like some sort of giant sloth wizard. Nope. Light. I can't light any of them. Anyway, that's what he was supposed to be. Yeah, I liked it. Just add a little bit every day until it starts to feel more and more like a town. Add paint here and there on these buildings. And I used to have a bunch of monkeys. Yeah, there they are. Oh, there's only one. Two of them must have starved. They're just a bunch of ruffians. I had a couple monkeys. They were all wearing hats. They'd sit on this rock, and in my imagination, every time you go through, they'd demand tolls. Monkeys will do that in real life. Cool. Yeah. I don't know if you ever seen stories of that, but occasionally, like, a monkey will just find a spot by a bridge here in some little country, and it's like a spot where there's tourists, and every time someone tries to go by, it's like you gotta bring them a Coke or whatever.
Yeah, I've heard the stories. Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I had planned on continuing this out this way. I had thought about this becoming a big road that leads out here, and then eventually ended up shifting gears and going to the Viking area, because I wanted to do something different. And about how often I've shifted gears in this series is about how often we would change up that Extinction creative building server anyway. I never got to the tree platforms. I'm sure people would like that if we did something with tree platforms in the new run of this. And then this, where did you end up?
I was trying to feed your monkey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, they're all just spawned in randomly, so I'm not too attached to any of them. I was going to say, if we head up this, go to your right there. This was supposed to be like the main thoroughfare. Ended up putting, these are like, I think there's apple and pear trees up here. And then off to our right is a whole canal, which we're going to be able to get to and have a peek at. All kinds of little hidden hidey holes through here. I don't know if you can even get through that one. Yeah, you can. I'm not sure what the purpose of some of these hidey holes are. I was having fun with Structures Plus and the no collision thing. So this is one of those rocks that's unbreakable. Can't break it. Ooh, here's a spot that I might find my captain's outfit. Let's go see. What do you got for me, big guy? Nope. Yeah, so I imagined having parasers as like trucks that would come up and down this highway. So I built like, you know, big storage things on the back of them. And then this was another bridge, and we turned this river into like a whole canal, which I dug. This was one of my favorite parts of it. Was like, because the rivers on the center are kind of stupid. They're like 3-dimensional, and they like 10 feet tall. It doesn't look like a river like Ragnarok does. Like Ragnarok's rivers are real. Yeah. So I figured, how do I make this not look crappy? And this was the answer.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I really did like these buildings, these builds. I watched them all, and I really did like the way you built them.
Yeah. It was fun just to like, I don't know. I really it's something about coming back to the same world every time. It's like it encourages your creativity a little bit, and you know, you're here one day going, well, man, if I manage to build like with building this area back here, I was like, man, if I manage to keep building, I'll end up back at that archway, and that archway will be kind of the gateway to the city. Like obviously, you know, it's not. Like on the harbor side, it's wide open, like it's a trading port, but maybe they have enemies inland. And as you move up to that giant arch that goes across, you know, over top of the river, maybe you end up having to build some defenses up there. Or maybe I have different people living in the trees than I have living down here. But yeah, I like to use, like I said, I like to use my imagination, start to think about who the people are. I don't just build the highway because I feel like building a highway, but because maybe this area suits having a big boulevard. And then I think about...
I found your captain's suit.
Nice. Where is it? Oh, Admiral. Is it in the Admiral's house?
Yeah, it's by the Admiral's house. It's a Pelagornis out here.
Genius. I knew that's the best place to put it.
I just saw this big house. I walked in. And I was like, I go, maybe there's a box in there. And there was a box.
Yep.
And I walked out and I saw the Pelagornis. I was like, hey, wait a minute.
So
let's look in there.
This Admiral's house, I did something I'd never done before, which is using S+ double door frames as foundations. And I used that a couple times, and here I painted like with the gold and white, and we ended up with a whole full Admiral outfit, or a whole Admiral house thing. All right, let's get properly. Send it cloth gloves, I don't really need those. Let's change outfits, come on. Dress me up like a captain. Nice, I knew we'd find it, man. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, that's better. This guy's perfectly suited for this town, so...
Yeah, definitely.
Do I not fit perfectly in there? Right in front of my Admiral house?
Yeah. It is really... The colors are perfect as well.
Yeah. Well, and that was, honestly, the once I started building over in that place, I started using kind of a green and yellow color scheme in the Viking town, and so the Viking outfit had some green to it. You know, fur and a little wolf hat. And actually, like, the getting into the imagination and the roleplay aspect of it is one of my favorites, because in the Viking town, I started thinking about if I managed to do, you know, just keep building. Like, let's say I have 2 months, and that's the main thing I do for a couple of months. I imagined, like, okay, are these people, do they tame wolves, or are wolves their enemies? And I started to think more about it, and I was like, okay, well, maybe wolves are... You know, maybe wolves are not a pet necessarily, because everyone's like, oh yeah, these guys would ride wolves. In my head, I was like, no, maybe the wolves are the bane of the town's existence. That's half the reason for the big walls around the town. And so when you see a guy wearing the wolf hat, that's somebody who is, you know, maybe he's gone out and defended the town from wolves and kept them from carrying off your babies. So I had a lot of that in mind. And another thing I had thought about and started to get into with this area is that I could change up my style from time to time without leaving a town. So like this building's pretty different from the ones down on the docks. And then over here, this one over here is totally different. This was the first time I did S+ double doors as gates. Those are the S+ Adobe ones. And I did this whole forest house using the same concept. And I saw these mushrooms and wanted to build something inspired by them. So I came over here and we did the foundations out of this stuff. And then I'd spawn in creatures that suit it, like this big goofy frog seems right at home here, right?
I've never tamed one of these things before.
I don't think I have either in reality.
I've seen YouTubers play with them and stuff like that. You know, it'd be fantastic. These fantastic beasts.
Feel free to play with them.
No. Oh no, I definitely will.
Okay.
I will.
But yeah, this was the first areas everywhere. The Roman area and the Jack's Landing and the Viking town, I did totally vanilla. This area I used Structures Plus, which includes like these awesome Adobe stairs. It includes the double door frames that make these gateways possible and make the foundations over here possible, and those roofs, which are S+ Adobe stairs as roofs. So like doing this series made me like, I kept thinking about new things and new ways to build things and cool, I don't know, different ideas. This is like double layered, so you have wood on the outside and glass on the inside. It's maybe not a step-by-step tutorial, but it got me to show people some cool concepts and cool ideas. and I never really had to bother too much with the interiors. But if we were doing it on Patreon server, then the mods that I'm not comfortable with, then somebody can come in and do my interiors for me. Like, I'm sure a bunch... Oh, sorry, come on in. I'm sure a bunch of our people would be down to do that, right?
Oh, this would be a great place to decorate, yeah.
I constantly would get people going like, how come you didn't do the interior? I'm like, well, if I'm only on this server, I didn't have other mods at the time. So it was like, you get bored of just using tables and chairs and stuff. I think I did a bit of an interior on this one. I can't remember. Did I come up here earlier?
Yeah, you have a table.
Yeah, and a map. But I mean, like, your options when you don't have mods are so limited. But if I get this series going again, people will have the eco camping, eco garden, eco shop, everything eco, and then maybe advanced drafts. People will have plenty of ways they can decorate if they want to.
There's all the eco. You have the eco camping on here.
This server,
which I didn't even know that it would existed.
Yeah, this server has everything now, but at the time it really didn't.
It only has 9 mods on it though.
Yeah, but it's a nice key selection. There's not a whole lot that you would be... I'm sure people would be missing things, but like I had always tried to keep it to the bare minimum, what I would actually use. But yeah, I had imagined that down there, like the harbor areas was more slummy, and like that's where ships are coming in and things are, you know, being loaded and unloaded. And then once I got up to this area, this was going to be more high-end houses, more stone, more glass, less adobe, less wood. And it would sort of open into this big church, which was eventually going to be like a cathedral. I had somebody, I think we built this on a stream. I had somebody tell me like it looked like the Trump Cathedral because the glass is all solid gold on the front of it.
Oh yeah.
I think it was actually Red giving me tips when I built here. We'll see. He can tell me if I'm right, but I remember building with the color green in this town, and I think it was Red reaching out and telling me that green is traditionally bad luck for sailors, and that in a seaside town you wouldn't see a lot of green. Let's see if Billy remembers that, if it was him. So yeah, this is the biggest and most impressive area I built, and I think given a month or two, I could probably do something similar. We could, like we were talking about, we could start in the desert, we could start in a swamp, build for a couple months, and then with the way that the Geek's creative building server is set up, in a month it would get wiped, and we'd start fresh and be able to take on some new, other exciting idea. Made a little backyard garden back here in this one.
The flowers.
I'm going to go try and find my way to my little... Yeah, because I did a whole landscaping day where I did the boulevard, and then I did wildflower gardens in a couple spots.
Yeah, 'cause I have like a little wildflower garden here with some trees in it.
Oh, that purple is coming back. The purple's returning, I think, for me. We'll see. Hopefully it's not as bad as last time. I think it's rain in the redwoods.
Could be, yeah.
I was going to say the Calicotheriums that I have here, I didn't explain, but my idea for them was that they would be involved in like helping to load and unload from the docks. Because this first area I built, I imagined, was like the old docks, and eventually I'd have piers that are designed for big ships. But I could imagine these guys being used, because they have that throwing motion, right? Like, I could imagine using these guys, let's open that door, to just be like, here, tossing crates up from a boat, and then, you know, I built the whole sort of, let's see if I can get myself through here. I built the whole passageways up the back, the staircase. I designed it around them so that they were able to walk up here. I could see them, like I said, just like, you know, helping to unload a ship by tossing crates like that. And that's part of like I don't know, for me that really gets into it, rather than just spend one day on one build and bring you a tutorial when I can start to think about all those details. I'm coming down to the flower garden thing now. The center, one thing I don't, and these are trees I can't get rid of again because of the way that this server, once we switched hosts, it didn't work, but I'll try and find my way down to your, that little flower garden. But yeah, I don't know, I always like the idea of coming back to the same world and building it up. So yeah, little wildflower garden. So yeah, you play vanilla, use mostly vanilla building pieces, but every once in a while get into a little stuff. That's kind of the mods that are missing when you look at this, and it seems like a short list of mods. The mods that are missing are the ones that are like alternate walls and roofs and things like that. Like I don't have Ozocraft and I don't have eco-stable decor or stable mod, whatever. It's like or I might. I can't remember exactly what's on here, but I had always intended to still use wood and stone and thatch and adobe and vanilla stuff, and then occasionally add in mods for little details to make something a little more immersive. But I really love this area. It's still going to be here. It's not going anywhere, but I think instead of continuing working on this, we're going to do something new and do it on Ragnarok. I don't know, man. Is there more? And we'll see, guys. Is there anything more that I can show you guys around here? I think we've looked at most of what's to show.
You only built these two places, right? Because I know that Arahli built like this huge place because I spawned in there actually. But
I don't know what he ever. I think if my memory is right, Arahli never did anything on this server that turned into videos. I think he planned builds that he ended up doing later in survival, but I don't think he ever did a creative building series or anything like that. I don't think
so either, but I just spawned into like one of his beds and it was a huge area. I was like, wow.
I honestly, I don't know. SW Chris is another buddy of mine. He has built a lot of stuff on this server, but I don't know where it is either.
Red is saying that it might have been Sam about the colors.
Oh, it might have been Sam. Okay.
He knows nothing about naval traditions.
Okay, fair enough. That's probably right. It was probably Sam. Yes, if anybody would know that answers to that stuff, it would be him. So yeah, you can just sort of see I got to like big chunks of this that are unfinished, but I would like to, I don't know. I think, how far did I go with this stuff? I built the canal way up. So I was starting to think about eventually building all the way up to here. If you follow the canal all the way up. I'll take a peek at how far I went with it. Went pretty darn far.
Lady Sicilian's in chat.
Oh, Lady S. How's she doing?
I thought I'd tell you. I don't know. She's waiting for you.
Gonna stream after. Oh, that's cool. Well, we'll come over and crash it. I don't think we're gonna go insanely long today.
We can definitely crash that stream.
Yeah, I think it's noon now. I imagined we would derp around here for an hour and then maybe do some location scouting over on the Ragnarok Extinction server. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, and we decided that that's going to stay up until the middle of December, I believe, right? I know you. I
don't know actually. I don't. I rarely get on there. So
yes,
it's,
I know that's not quite your cup of tea.
No, it's actually I've really been thinking about getting on there because I went on there with you to check out that thing that you were going to be building, and at least the idea that you were having. And ever since then, it's like, oh yeah, man, this is pretty easy. And now that I have our commander, it's
man. You well, when you started working with me and doing these streams with me, it's like the stuff we've been able to do over on our main Ragnarok server. I'm able to do that because for you've always loved gathering, and that's something that I've always hated. So it made a good team in that sense. That's how you and Jam originally teamed up, was on that front. And so like I think from the very beginning, you've always enjoyed the gather as much as the build, right? But with something like this, you can, I don't know, you're not limited to building with survival in mind. I mean, this is, for a lot of people who play Ark, this whole thing that I've done here is completely pointless. It's giant.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. I'm just looking around here like, it's really cool. Yeah. But I mean, I'm just looking around at what you built and thinking, how many materials would this cost just to build like in survival? It's like insane.
And that was the whole sort of inspiration for this, is like build without limits, build without having to stop and think about it, without having to think about what's useful in survival. Because I mean, like, as much as I do love the tower we're building over on Ragnarok, it's like I get too heavy to just go, carry 1,000 building pieces and just build to my heart's content, right? So that's kind of been the conceit of this series from the beginning, is just building without limitations, and then building with sort of imagination and theme and trying to sort of get into the world you live in. So like, just before we disappear from here and we jump over to the other server, if you look at like, here, I'll try and jump over there. From an environment point of view, this is a big harbor, right? And it's sort of a natural harbor. And if you were building a town, you might think to build in this spot so that you have a protected harbor, assuming there's other people out at sea, which was my, you know, if I spend enough time in this world and keep building in this world, there would be other people out to sea, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that was the Viking town, and eventually I thought, like, I'll start with that sort of circular walled-in city, but with a little time, maybe I will build some docks down there. And I'm right up by you. I kind of came down. I'm standing on a rooftop close to the church there. But yeah, if you look, I did that. I made these, and I'm like, okay, well, these are small docks. You're not going to be able to get big ships in here. Eventually, I maybe build some big piers over there, and sort of the ships, or sorry, the houses I built around the docks are inspired by that. Some of them look like they have a little loading bay in them, and other ones, they all kind of like a seaside feel to them. And then as you get back up in here, I started building up higher, and because the environment came higher, and I thought, okay, well, here's where the more upper class people will live. And the tree platforms, I always tried to figure out what I would do with those, and where, you know, it's like, I don't know, I enjoyed getting into the imagination point of view of it, that you don't, when you build, you don't always get to, you can't do that in survival. You can't always be thinking about it from a, like, this is sort of like a Minecraft builder coming to Ark, right?
The only way you could actually do that to, you know, to get to like the whole idea like you did it is basically just role play. You'd have to role play the whole server to be able to do this.
Yeah, and then you know, you're spending your, like, all the time you spend role playing, this time you're not. I don't know. It's yeah, it would be different. But I think, you know, doing something like this on my own, I always liked doing this on my server because it meant this stuff could be here forever, and I could go from one area to the next area to the next area, and they all be interconnected. We could go from Viking to Harbour Town, but at the same time, there's so many, like, the downsides to having other people have access to this or doing this on our Patreon server is, yeah, maybe I lose it in a couple months and it's gone forever. But the upside to it is that I don't have to build these places alone. I can set out little chunks and invite other people to come and take part and help me build up, you know. So that's what I'm thinking as I think about bringing this series back to life. Let me see if I can do a giant jump. Oh, see how good a jump that was? That was impressive.
Lady S is saying, UTC, you build a town and I will furnish the whole area for you.
Well, that's it. Find a house in here that actually has an interior. Good luck. There's none. Because once I get this up, I go, okay, I'm done. And I never once again opened this door. Never once thought what else happens on the inside of this house. Because
I was actually looking around and I was like, wait a minute. I just, you know, like the front of the house is built. And once you go in, it's like, hey, there's nothing here. What?
But from the outside, tell me that doesn't look good.
Yeah, exactly. From the outside, it's perfect. And it's just like the roof I'm standing on right here. Yeah. I mean, if I look inside this window,
nothing.
It's a really tall building with no floors.
Yep. That's right. So yeah, I can. And,
it's really cool.
And if you look at the Viking town I did there, it's like maybe there's not so much interior space, but there's whole chunks of that where I could have just laid out a little foundation and asked somebody to come build something in there, right? And obviously I take the risk by opening this up to other people that someone can come and destroy all my work, but it's, you know, if it's going to disappear in a month or two anyway, what's the big deal, right? It's
exactly.
And it'll be in a little Patreon community. It's not going to be a public server, so hopefully everybody who's around is cool. But I enjoyed this. I think this is what I would go back to doing, mostly vanilla with some S+, and then occasionally using some eco stuff for decoration. And then when it comes to all the other decor stuff, I'll leave that in the hands of the geeks who are brilliant builders. So yeah, man, I think that we have shown off whatever there is to this Harbour Town. I think if you're down for it, we should head over to... have you been on the Ragnarok Extinction server?
Yeah, I've been on there once, but that was before the... Yeah, that was before the last wipe.
Okay. Well, man, I think we could hop over there. We'll do the same thing and just we'll spawn us in a couple of things, or we can teleport around if need be. But we can kind of scout for a new place to build, because I picked this one based on the harbor. I picked the Viking one based on the sort of spires and mountains behind it, where I thought I could build those Viking ruins. So yeah, we'll look around. We'll look at desert, we'll look at swamp, and we'll see if anybody... You are the building guru. You know what? And this is, for me, this is the truest, kind of simplest expression of my building. If there's anything that sort of represents my creativity, it's this. I can build things that are useful in the game, but it's not really, I don't need to, I don't know. I have more fun doing this, building things that look amazing. And yeah, fully the inspiration is building with B00 for this series. That's where it started, and he's like not doing that anymore. Doesn't even make YouTube videos anymore. But I kind of want to. That's the reason I started being a YouTuber, was because of him and that series. And I would, yeah, as long as I'm on YouTube playing Ark and building in Ark, in a perfect world, this is the way I'd like to do it. We're 30-something episodes deep. And once I've given up the idea of being able to travel from area to area to area and have them last forever, it means I can do it, and I don't know. It means it's sort of like I don't need to overthink anything either, because I can just kind of hop on and build. And in this case, when I did this series, I was able to do almost a video a day, which I have not been able to do for quite a while. And the way that I did this series, totally, whether it's the inspiration or the simplicity of recording it, it made me want to, I think, easily. I was doing 5-6. I could easily do 5 or 6 of these a week. So not to get any expectations up, but yeah, as I plan on getting back to this, I think one of the things I look most forward to is the constant flow of ideas I had when I lived here. I just love running through a town like this. I don't know. I like this whole thing. But yeah, man, I think we can.
Oh, no, definitely.
We can log out here. We can maybe refresh the. We can maybe refresh our coffee cups and go from there. So I'm at log out. I will see about getting ourselves. I wonder what happened to this. I don't know what happened to my old Saturday screensaver. It seems to have disappeared. Yeah. Oh, I know what I did probably. Let's see if I can find it. I think I moved that file. So while we're switching and going to find ourselves on another server, I will get a little screensaver going for people.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to update the server probably.
Oh, Ragnarok one?
No, yeah, the extinction
okay.
building.
Well, we can. I will load this up for people, and hopefully you guys don't mind hanging out for a sec while we figure that out. Is it not showing up when you go to join it?
No, it's please ensure the server you are attempting to join is running the latest version of all mod content.
Oh,
because
I see.
There were, because I subscribed to everything, and I did have like a few downloads when I logged in.
That is quite possible. So let me see, just while I'm doing this, if I can get the face cam going so that people aren't looking at a totally blank screen.
Cool. I'm gonna get some coffee, and I'll be right back.
Do it, man, and then maybe you can entertain people while I refresh coffee. God dang this webcam.
I'll give it a try. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, guys. There. Okay. And I'm in the wrong chair for... I chose my super comfortable chair this morning because I didn't have a webcam going. Let me see if I can... Let's see. Oh, come on. Stupid thing. So Logitech webcams, they decide, I guess every once in a while, they sit too long and some of the soldering messes up. This is even helpful to see my face. What a piece of crap this is. And it works perfectly until I decide I'm going to do a live stream where it's only my face. We did yesterday. All right, I'll get that out of the way, and I will, if you guys hang out for a sec, we will get that server up and running. I guess I didn't think about that we were going to have to refresh it. So let me sort that out. I can't log back onto this one here for a sec. I'll do that. Oh no, I'm trying to log onto the wrong one. Let's shut that down. It looks like there's people on it, but there can't be. It says 0 on this front, so I think I'm trying to join it and shutting it down. I didn't mean to do that. We'll see. I was trying to hop back onto my own server. God dang, I can't even keep my face in the screen. Apologies, guys. So, yeah, I imagine we'll lose a few of the people watching for a moment here, but I'm going to get this server up and running. I hadn't thought that we'd have to upgrade it. So this is one we started a little while back, the Extinction building server. And the concept was to give our patrons the same thing I have always had on my own server, which is a chance to... creative building. A chance... There we go. Don't you hate this? Don't buy my new webcam that I already ordered is a Logitech webcam, and I ordered it the day before this one decided that this is how it was going to work. Come on. I think maybe if I just keep pressing on it, that's the way to do it. Anyway. Yeah, I can... There we go. So I'll keep this up for the moment. It's going to be a couple of minutes while we get the other server up and running. But yeah, the idea was to create a spot where everybody had the opportunity to do creative building. This is basically Building Evolved, but Geek's Building Evolved. And people had watched me do this series, this one where we're sort of going back and refreshing our memory and looking at the old areas I've built. People had watched me do that for a long time, and Arahli and I were thinking about what should we do? What should we launch as a third server for our patrons? At the time, we thought the third might be Aberration, but then Aberration just keeps getting frickin' delayed. But we thought about what we could do that would be different, because we have a server on the center for our patrons that's loaded up with tons and tons of mods. We have a server on Ragnarok, which is lightly modded, a little more survival-based, and that one is super active. That's regularly... On a morning like this, maybe it's a little quieter, but regularly I will see 15 to 25 people playing on there. Occasionally, like I said, it's a little bit quieter, but for the most part, it is, that's the big active one. So we didn't want to just create another server that might that might be the same thing and not be interesting to people. And, oh, that's interesting. Gaming Evolved server's super busy this morning. I haven't seen 7 people playing on Gaming Evolved in a long time. Maybe they got some event going on. And I think our Geek servers have 5-6 people playing right now. And feel free, guys, if you are one of the patrons, hop over once I get it up and running to the Extinction server and follow us over there, and you can help us location scout. I want to go looking for... Oh, come on, webcam. What a piece of crap. I want to go looking for desert areas like we talked about. I'd already bought a new Logitech cam, but the soldering, I guess, falls apart on them. Sitting on top of a monitor where there's like excess heat for too long.
That might do it, yeah.
Yeah, once I started researching it, this is people constantly taking these apart and having to push on the lens with a pen, or for me it was pulling on the lens was the thing that fixed it. So I have the Logitech C270, which I bought because it was cheap, and what a piece of crap. And pardon me, it was cheap, and it offered 720p. It was the cheapest 720p one, and that's all you really need if your face is only down in the corner like this. But now that we're starting the advice show thing, which, like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about while we're playing Ark and be in UTC, but I figured I should have a camera capable of 1080p because my face is going to be the main thing on the screen. So I recently just ordered a new webcam. I ordered some professional lights, which I have never had before. I ordered a backdrop that can go behind me when we're doing that Friday live stream. So we will have new technology incoming. And if I need to, I learned that you can use your Samsung phone to as webcam. So I used a program called, what was the program called? Droid Cam, I think maybe. Yeah, Droid Cam. And so I download an app on my phone, and I download a program here, and it goes over Wi-Fi, and there's a hint, like if you try and get too high of a quality, there's some lag to it, but generally the one I had going last night, there wasn't a whole lot of lag between my voice and my lips moving, was there?
I really didn't know. I was
yeah, we were busy.
I was doing different things.
That's
so
all right.
I did have the chat up, and I was looking at it.
No one complained, so.
No, I mean, it was good. I mean, you explained to me now that your webcam broke, so you were using just something different. But it was good. I mean, I liked the quality. It was good. It
seems like all the stuff I ordered has shipped, by the way. So by next week, we will be rocking and rolling. Still 66 people watching. Thank you for hanging out during this fairly quiet stretch of things. And look at that crap webcam. What a piece of junk. Alright, I'm thinking of doing Dinotopia on the island. Interesting. I'm giving up on you. That's fine. We'll get there. Exciting. Yeah, we're getting there, guys. I'm trying to load up the server so we can go location scouting. It should be up in the next 30 seconds or so. Should not be too long.
Dinotopia?
I don't know. Dinotopia, I think, was that a cartoon?
Come on, Denver. Tell us what Dinotopia is. Just type it in chat. It's fine.
Or maybe he means like a utopia of dinos. Yeah, so hopefully scouting. If you guys know fantastic desert locations, fantastic swamp locations. The other one people suggested was mountain. How old is the cam? I bought it maybe 6 months ago, something like that. And the main thing we've used it for is these live streams, which have been going probably less than 6 months. So yeah, Lizzie, come do it. We'll get set up so we can, I don't know what the best way to do it is. We can all maybe get some flyers and, oh no, not flyers. We'll get some thylas and go, yeah, Dinotopia is a show, cartoon, right? And you know what, Lady S, I do not have to ask, god dang it, webcam. I do not have to ask Santa. The new one is already coming. Lights, new camera, new lights, new backdrop. Dustin, that's cool, man. Yeah, so you guys probably already know, I've been around the new Ragnarok desert. So there's probably an area there that would suit a village of some kind, which is roughly the kind of thing I'm going to build. We're not going to look for something as gigantic necessarily as that Harbour town, because we got about a month on that server before it all disappears. You get a video for a few PvE base locations. That is cool, my man. Not a cartoon. Okay. I thought a cartoon. Started as an illustrated book. Okay, so I have seen the illustrations that would remind me of a cartoon. Maybe that's what it is.
I still have never heard of it, though.
I think, do you remember, I don't know how much you were around for it. Do you remember the first Ragnarok server we had going, where the big community center was in that Forbidden Grotto cave? I don't know if you remember that. I remember
that. That was, when I got in there, that was the first place that Arahli took me.
Right.
They told me to go was there, and I spawned in there. It took like 5 minutes just to load the whole thing in.
So, if I'm not mistaken, Tonka, who built that giant town hall, had some of the art that he had on the wall in one of the bathrooms was Dinotopia. That was the first thing I thought of when we saw it. Dinotopia's live action. Okay, interesting. Live action? Like a sort of...
Ooh, Waldo's in Ewok Village.
Yeah.
That's cool too, man.
That would be Redwoods, I would think, right? Although I guess there's a bunch of spots you can put, it would have to be Redwoods, wouldn't it? They filmed...
I don't know. Do you have like the eco tree mod?
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head what we have on here. I think well, I'll pull it up.
So, I mean, if you have that, I mean, that one comes with the platforms as well. I think the special platforms.
Whatever we don't do this month, next month we can change the mods, and we're going to be changing the map. I think the voting was on, and yeah, it has eco trees. So we got eco trees, and we have platforms plus.
Got Ewok Village in the middle of the desert.
Ooh, yeah. Well, what's off the top of my head? My brain isn't working. What's the name of the dang planet that the Ewoks are on? At the end of Jedi.
Oh man.
People are gonna roast me for not having it on the top of my head.
They're gonna roast us all. I mean, I'm just drawing a blank. Oh, I hate this.
God dang! I mean, how many times have I watched Return of the Dang Jedi?
I've seen the whole series like 8 times or something like that.
Oh man, I saw it 8 times before I was 8 years old, probably.
See, there you go.
Endor, thank you. So Endor, if I am not mistaken, Endor was filmed in like the California redwood forest, where they're on the speeders, and you got those scout stormtroopers crashing into trees. Endor, yes, you've been beaten to it by chat by about 15 people, and luckily none of them calling me an idiot, which is lovely. Okay, and that server is up, so I'm gonna click join. Oh, what? It's telling me that I can't join because of mods.
Did you No, you have to close off Arc because you're gonna have to update.
I'm doing that now. So if I'm gonna refresh my cup of coffee, if you don't mind. I know we've already had a few people. Whoever's still watching, you guys are cool because we've not been doing anything for a little while. So if you yeah, if you just want to. Oh, I've restarted Arc. Nothing happened, though, man. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily have any luck.
That is weird.
We'll see. I'm loading now. I'm going to go try and get my coffee going. Feel free to ramble about one thing or the other, and I will be back as soon as I can.
No, cool, man. So, guys, I was talking to UTC a while back, and before I start going on about this, you guys really have to know that coffee is like a holy nectar for me. I live on coffee, and he basically told me something that I really can't. I don't understand it at all, and I don't think maybe you guys will. I'm not sure. He actually told me that once that he had to go warm up his coffee. So I said, "You mean renew it, right? I mean, like, go get another cup." He says, "No. Actually, I don't." So I said, "You're not going to throw it in a microwave, are you?" He says, "Well, yeah, I am. Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing." I was like, "Oh man."
Oh God, no,
you can't
microwave coffee. Oh,
I'm sorry. I mean, I have a coffee machine in my house, and it grinds the beans and gets the right pressure going and stuff like that. The thing costs $300, and I get really good coffee out of it. I mean, I'm really, really, definitely like a coffeeaholic. I mean, definitely. But I mean, he just said, yeah, let's just throw it in the microwave. I was like, what?
I'm instant coffee, but still, not the microwave.
I mean, instant coffee. I can live with that once in a while, but that's about it. You will not make me a very happy person with just no. I can't do that with just only instant.
I don't have particularly exotic taste for coffee.
Oh, see, me and my wife, we actually we found the coffee to go with the machine. Yeah.
I'm back. I don't know if I'm going to be able to join. I had this issue last me like 3 weeks earlier this month where I couldn't get on this server.
That's right. Yeah, you did.
An update, boss. There is definitely an update. I've got it now.
Okay, well, yeah. Let me see. Thank you for being patient, guys, and I'm sorry the webcam thing's not working properly. I basically have to hold it, which makes doing anything kind of a pain. There we go. See if I can get it to... I don't know. I'm not getting it to stay put long. Okay, I wonder what I need to do then. I'll exit out of Steam and see if that does anything for me.
That might do it, yeah.
But I mean, the server has been updated. I shut it down, updated mods, Steam updated, and restarted it. We haven't tried to switch servers. The other thing we can do is yeah, I mean, it's working. I see 4 people either on or trying to get on.
Yeah, I mean, all else fails, you could always do a base tour on Ragnarok.
And I was going to say, the other thing we could do is go on Ragnarok, and we won't be able to spawn in Thylas and run around and location scout, but we still have a Ragnarok server. We could go look for locations on. We could use the regular Ragnarok server.
Yeah, so, I have 2 wyverns that we can go on, so we'll get around faster that way.
And my arc isn't even loading up right now. Just having a conniption fit. What is going on here? Updating.
You're not the only one. Mind you, I'm getting a copying mod data to game directory. Might be due to the fact that I've never been on Extinction.
Yes, yeah.
Going on another Ragnarok map didn't appeal to me. And I was under the impression that there was going to be a new server this month.
Yes, but I think the plans have changed, and it's going to be mid-December that we finally reset it. So I did have something download. It says Arc is running. It doesn't look like it's running, but maybe I just can't see it yet. So people have been cool. This is like solid half-hour downtime, and the same number of people are watching. So yeah. Oh, I meant flying Thylas, Dusty, but that's how I was planning on exploring the Extinction one. Let me try one more time to get on Extinction, and we will see if that works for us, and if not, I will jump on the regular Geeks Ragnarok.
Yeah, as I was saying, just let me know, and I'll kill myself here.
Oh, I'll have to update mods on Ragnarok as well. What a pain, then. Oh, Lord. We'll see. Worst case scenario, we'll just get Lady Sicilian to get a stream going, and we'll go crash that instead.
Oh, that's gonna be great to crash her stream, yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to log in too. I'm at 6 of 19 mods, so thank you for your patience, guys. I can not show this. What was I gonna say? Who of all my servers? Yeah, this is Gaming Evolved, which I have not been on in quite a long time down there, but it is I have not seen that many people on it in quite a long time. I don't know what Syntax got cracking over there. I've talked to people about what I should do when the time comes for Aberration, because I've thought about the places I can play it. I could always do it on Geek server, which would be fun. I'm only going to play in one place for the most part, I can imagine. So I could always play it on... What? This webcam is such a piece of crap right now. I could always play it on a Geek server, and from that perspective, it would probably be good for building up and getting new patrons and continuing to grow the community. But there wouldn't be really... God, what a mess this is. There wouldn't be other YouTube creators necessarily that could help grow the channel from that perspective. Okay, so I'm on the Ragnarok server. Yes,
on the
Extinction Ragnarok, I am totally in, which means I can get rid of this crap Facecam thing and wait for other people to be able to connect to it. Because, yeah, I don't want to boot everybody off the main Ragnarok server. And,
No, I wouldn't either. No,
to update it.
If you already updated this one, it's fine.
And especially if I can't get on this one, then. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
So Aberration, I could do it, and let me get myself rolling with. I'll put in the cheat. Everybody on this server has the admin password, so we're not all on the same tribe.
No, I need that password. Do you know the password for this one?
Yes, admin hacks. ADMINHAX. And I'm happy to share it because, like I said, everybody has it. This is a creative. The whole thing is everybody can come on and do Building Evolved, creative building. So I'm spawning in a Thyla. I'm gonna make him fly. I'm gonna give him infinite stats. Give him tons of experience.
Yeah, it still requires being whitelisted on the server, which is a bonus.
Yes, right. So yeah.
Security aspect.
So it's it's patrons only that are getting on here anyway. So I am in.
Can you tell me how to get the dinos to spawn in?
Yes. So you have Arc Commander pulled up, right?
Yeah.
You have sort of 3 panels in it. To the left is things like, I see artifact crates is there by default. The middle one is going to have items that you can spawn in. I guess what's at the very top of it says, dev kit, base arrow, base gloves. And then the third column should be for spawning in dinosaurs. It should say things like dinosaur name. And at the very top, you'll see, I don't know, dev kit, primal earth, scorched earth are the categories. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm saying.
Primal Earth, dinosaurs, and then I have all the dinosaurs.
Yeah, right. So I would click the tame button at the bottom first, otherwise you're going to spawn in something that's going to eat your face. And then spawn in a Thyla, and then hop on it, and once you do, you can click Infinite Stats, which is on all the way off to the right. You can click Fly, and then you're going to be able to fly, and I'm going to give my Thyla some insane speed. And appreciate you guys for being patient. We are going to get exploring on this server, and looking for a spot to build. Scotland's an amazing place to build, but I think people want the 2 things thrown out there were, if I'm building a village, were desert and swamp. So we're going to use this server to explore, to find a location, and eventually this is where we'll be building too. So. I'll try and head for an area where, actually, I'll give myself some GPS too, so that I can you guys can see where I'm at. You could probably teleport over, but where should I head to first? Desert or swamp? I can teleport myself over there.
I remember the video you did with Arahli where you found the top of the world in the desert. I thought that would, and I think you and Arahli agreed.
That
would be a great place for a community sort of building, or a village, because it's got lots of material nearby.
Okay, and sorry people, I'm using the teleport commands built in here. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Okay. We'll see. I'll get myself in a position where people can find their way to me. I can probably make it so that Arc Commander is visible, but I can't remember exactly how to do that. I don't know if that's even useful for people. I'll hold up my GPS. But yeah, I'll head over to that spot you're talking about. Are you talking about that sort of like big shark tooth shaped thing that overlooks that really blue sort of rivery bay part? Arahli and I went and stood on top of it and looked out over all the new desert.
No, the one above the scar or the crack in the ground.
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. I am right there. So that's going to be like 70, 60-ish for anybody who's hopping on. And I'll you'll be able to... If you guys are familiar with... okay, and so some people want swamp, but we'll go desert. We'll start up on a desert mountaintop and have a look around.
All right, so to get this guy to fly, you sit on him.
Sit on him, and then off to the right of Arc Commander, the very right side, are enabled cheats. My admin manager, infinite stats. I'd click the infinite stats one. I'd click fly, which is underneath that. And then there's like morning, midday, midnight, all kinds of like the most common commands. Do you see those over there?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I see.
Okay, and I'm at, it's about 70-50 for anybody who's hopping on this server doing a little location scout job with us. Up that area down there is where you and I have been building on the main Ragnarok server, right at the edge of the Wyvern Coast. There is a crazy cool mountaintop up here. I remember this spot, Red. And then there's also crazy desert islands, too. If we want to head out there. And then, yeah, we can sort of head out that direction from here, because there's swamp islands, too. Yeah, I'll wait for some people to come find me where I am. I'll show you guys my coordinates. I'm like 6952. And so once some people find me, we can all kind of like explore together, do a little location scouting. I know Lizzie's on here. I think Lady Sicilian said she might hop on. And both Red and Dynamic D were going to join too.
Yeah, I'm having a problem with mods at the moment, but I'll be there as soon as I can.
Oh, take your time, my man. It's a little bit of an adventure today, trying to do something different. So, Lady Sicilian's in. If you look at like 5070 using Arc Commander, there's a thing at the bottom, items and creatures, Archon, Taming Calculator. There's one called Map Teleport. So you can go ahead and click the 5070. It's basically a right click, and you will teleport to where I am, but you kind of have to set elevation first. Otherwise, you will be inside the world. But that would be the fastest way to get to me. But you can also just do what I did, spawn yourself in, and yeah, look at that view. Tell me that view is not fantastic. Shout out to the person who provided this graphics update. Live streaming, epic everything, 60, 70, 80 FPS. It's a game changer. I've never been able to play like this. It's amazing. Are we? I can't be on epic everything in live streaming and still doing... Yeah. Graphics...
Yeah, rub it in, boss. Rub it in.
Maxed right out. Oh, man. Well, it was... person has remained anonymous mainly because they didn't want people to judge the fact that they've given fairly expensive equipment, but they passed on graphics cards that were just sitting on a shelf. They went from 1080s to 1080 Ti's and said, you know what, if you were going to upgrade anyway, this stuff is going to sit on my shelf until it's obsolete, or I find somebody who's willing to take it, and if you're not willing to take it, I might give it to somebody else. That was basically the conversation, and I went, well, fine, but I'm paying for shipping and paid for the somewhat expensive shipping to get it here. And now I have my old graphics cards that we need to figure out what to do with. I was going to give them to Arahli, but he has some other options in mind for his. So I have two GTX 970s, and I need to figure out what to do with them. So either we can do some kind of like charity thing, or we can maybe, I don't know how many people that would be an upgrade for. Probably some people, right?
What card was it again? Sorry?
So it's I have two GTX 970s. They're gigabyte. One is the GTX 970 G1 Gaming, and the other is the regular GTX 970. They're still good cards. I was able to run this on high settings and get 30 FPS.
That's about what I get.
All right, so you're at 59. What?
No, 69.52, I guess. Oh, that's cool. The Arc Commander thing I know a lot of people have not played around with. We got 80 people watching, checking out an amazing Ragnarok desert sunset. So as for, I'm going to stick in this general area so that people don't have trouble finding me. I'm near the Wyvern Coast, the new desert areas. And yeah, people helping each other figure out. I think I'm going to change the time of day for you guys. I don't know if anyone was on here before we hopped on. Before it gets dark and everybody jacks up their gamma, and then I do it. Yeah, so desert around here is all fantastic. Like, there would not be a bad choice to try and build a little village.
Are you on top of like this big thing or not?
I was. I can come right back to it. I was on the sort of the highest point. Let me get myself back up there. See if you guys find me. It's sort of like a big black mountain. You can see the Wyvern Coast perfectly. You can see the World Scar thing perfectly. You can see the unfinished desert. Yeah. This looks fantastic. Last question. Lay it on us. Oh, there's Tonka. What's up, brother? Thank you for tuning in. Still on a 680. So yeah, I gotta do something with my old cards. I had somebody generously upgrade me, and selling my cards feels like the wrong thing to do. They're probably only worth a couple $100 each anyway at this point. So if I can get an upgrade for somebody, or maybe we do a little contest, who knows what we have to figure something out to do with them. But I have oh, I see somebody.
Yeah, if he's running in the air, that's me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so two of us have oh, smart thinking, giving yourself a saddle. I'll figure out how to do that too. So that would be under the item thing. And I can figure out, like I said, I can figure out how to show Arc Commander, but I don't, I'm not gonna not gonna bother. Most people don't need to see it. It's basically like, oh, there's somebody else.
Yeah, on a blue one, of course.
Which any of us can do. Use your, why did I type saddle? Why didn't I type Thyla? That would give just one item. So yes, we can all make our, we could all make our Thylas ridiculous colors if we wanted to. How about that? No, I don't like this. Okay, that's my guy. He's good to go. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like this is going to be an upgrade for anybody. The only problem with it is that shipping them might cost a buck or two. So if we do a contest, I would hope that anybody who enters would well, maybe yeah, I could probably cover shipping to a whole lot of places. Especially for the upgrade I got. It's still a low cost. I think it was just because it shipped from the US to Canada. I think the duties on the cards was around $350, but it's like $1,500 worth of hardware. And I now have, if you bought it new, my stuff is probably still like $1,000 worth of hardware, but used, it's if I tried to resell it, it's probably only $500. So whoever's here, Dynamic D, you and I are in a voice chat that people can join, right? So if you're Lizzie, if you're Lady Sicilian, whoever else is hopping in here, you guys are welcome to join us in this chat. I think it's the UTC's weekend stream chat, and it's under patron events in our Discord. It should be patrons only, but any of you guys can hop in. So whoever wants to, come say hi, help us explore. Mods updated this morning. Can you restart all of them? Yeah, mid-stream, I see Dusty asking. I'm going to restart the Ragnarok server when we're done streaming here. I didn't want to do it mid adventure. So yeah, we'll get these guys in chat saying hi. Who else is here? Oh, that's Lady S. Does she need a?
Pull me into the chat. It won't let me grab in.
Oh, interesting. Well, why don't we hop into a different one then? Or
they wouldn't do that. That's no problem.
Yeah. Let's. What else is? Which one makes sense? Streaming. Let's go into streaming.
Yeah. So there we are.
Lady S is in building 1.
Oh, okay. She can. I'm sure she can certainly find her way to us, can't she? Or do we keep choosing ones she can't get to? move to.
You should be able to get into this one now.
Streaming. There. I think.
Yep. Seems how she is a streamer, unlike myself.
Okay. Beautiful. Hello.
Hola.
Do I need to... Somebody here needs a cat.
I don't have one, but I was gonna just spawn in one.
Okay, well, I'll spawn you in one. I can make that happen. What color do you want it?
Red.
Oh, wait. I lagged. There it is. Let's go. Painter.
Yeah.
Secondary color of choice? Maybe
black.
Black, yeah. There isn't like a true black to it. I'm going to try and choose the blackest of options, but that's pretty black, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Dynamic D, you need a little paint job on yours?
Yeah, that'd be great, man. Cool.
Okay. What are you thinking?
Purple and pink.
I'll see what I can do.
No, that's it. I have to choose purple, otherwise my wife will start beating me.
Okay, so that light purple, I have that, or I have this very dark sort of indigo. I think you want the light purple, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll take the light purple.
Let me see if... Because some of these colors don't work properly in this thing. Or do you want pink as the main color? I could do this.
Oh, yeah. This one's good. I like that.
And then we'll find like maybe a little light highlight to go with it. Something... Oh, those actually don't... I don't know what we want as a secondary color. I don't know if there's a good... What about that as your secondary? How's that?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Was there anyone else eager to join? I think Lizzie was coming. And I'll move Lizzie over here.
Can you unclaim the Thilo?
Oh yes. Or I can tribe
or add me
or tribe us. That's probably a good idea.
As I say, tribing us is probably a better idea. Otherwise, we'll accidentally take a bite out of each other.
Yeah. Hop off, and I'll name our tribe. How do I name tribes? I don't know how to do that, but okay. Tribe. Recruit to tribe. Recruit to tribe. You guys looking good? Do I need to move more people to this chat? How is this chat? Maybe you need the streamer role. Maybe I picked a bad chat to put in.
It led me on with no problems.
Okay, that's Joker. Welcome, my man.
I don't think my roles are all correct yet, but we can fix that way later.
Let me know post stream what people need, and we'll figure that stuff out. Yeah, we'll figure it out. And this tribe is just called New Tribe right now, right? I'll figure out. Tribe of UTC.
Yeah, Tribe of UTC, yeah.
All right. Well, if I am going to get a building series going here, I want people to be able to build in my buildings. So what? I call it Geeks 1? That's annoying. Oh, I think I saw Zach hopping in. What's up, my man?
See, it did not let me accept the tribe invite.
Oh, I'll try again. We'll figure it out on the fly. Why is it called Geeks 2? I can't name a dang thing.
That doesn't matter, man.
Maybe there's already a Geeks. Maybe we're like we're a breakaway rebellion group. Where there's another group of geeks on here already named their tribe. That must be it.
Oh, we can go PvPing then.
Yeah. But our styles look great. If I need to move anyone over, you can let me know in that chat, guys. I was pretty sure Lizzie was joining. Are you still not in, Joker?
I just needed to accept it.
Okay.
Yeah, Lizzie's saying I can't get into the chat. I don't have the permission for it.
Okay, so
we're gonna have to pull Lizzie in.
Lizzie, get in a different voice chat. Get in one you can get in, and I'll move you over.
Yeah, if you guys want to get in this chat with us, just send me a DM, and because I can't pull because I don't have the permissions. So.
Yeah, or join Building 1. I'll see you in Building 1, and we'll go from there. And appreciate anybody who's still watching. 89 people. That might be the highest, and we've done nothing for quite a while now. So.
I was still fighting away getting
patience.
Our commander to work.
So yeah, man, we'll figure it out. If you are you on this server already though, Red?
Yes. Yeah, okay. I'm on. I've died once already.
Let me sort things out for you here. Anyone? I see other people on. Should I just be pulling people over to us? Is everybody who's here for this purpose?
I would think so.
Teleport.
There wasn't anyone on when we logged in, so.
Player ID to me. Execute. Yes, but the server did need updating. But so, Red, are you here now?
Should be. Hang on.
And
yes, I see a title in front of me.
I'm pulling Lizzie. Oops.
Did you spawn in a Thyla for yourself, Red, or?
No.
I'll do that.
I'll also say I can spawn them in as well. So.
Whoops. I'll just make this a different color for you.
That's fine.
There you go. Just so we all stand out, look like a awesome crew of geeks.
That's a neat looking green.
Yes, sort of peppermint.
Peppermint patty.
Oh, unicorn. Good call. Did I successfully...
So are we going to go flying, or are we going to go run?
Oh, I think we probably need to tribe. Is that Lizzie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Recruit to Geeks 2, the breakaway tribe.
Yeah, Lizzie's on the center, so you can pull her in here.
Okay. And
Awesome.
move to streaming. Give me that ability. QR. What? Streaming, there it is. Hi, Lizzie, if you can hear us.
Hi, I can hear you.
Oh, and Spooky Cat, I'll pull you over here. Don't worry about it. Spooky Cat.
Yeah, I tried to do it, but I can't do it right.
No, I should be able to do teleport player ID to me, execute, copy, boom.
So,
Allie
yeah,
should be here now.
Also.
And
I'm already here. I just need to be tried, please.
okay, and I'm gonna pull Zach over here too, because I don't think he's part of.
Lizzie, you're here. Hello.
Hi, where's UTC? I gotta accept the tribe invite.
He's standing like right beside the purple Thyla.
Yep. Okay. Hello.
That's red.
Nice mustache. What? I think I invited.
Oh, I need to be
You don't have
recruited again.
You don't have to be naked. You can spawn in whatever you want. I might get like a nice top hat going or something.
You moved away.
Oh, what? Well, it's because people keep slamming into us with these silly Thylas.
There we go.
Okay.
And right. We're Twilight Sparkle there. There we go.
Okay, Allie in. Do we need any more Thylas? I don't think so.
The odd one out.
Mine is gone, but I'll ride this one. Oh, do you want a Thyla? You might not be able to keep up with us. We'll see. You guys should be able to give yourself.
Oh, Arahli's saying that we should keep safe. We should get safe because the servers are going down.
But I already updated this one. Tell him.
I don't know. That's why I'm saying. That's what I'm seeing in the Patron Geek chat. Anyway.
Yeah, we just need to message him.
We can tell him this. Yeah. All right. We'll see. We're safe anyway. There's no damage that's gonna happen to us if he does boot us. But which one should I? Someone already type in. It sounds like it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good, brother. No, I was just about to do the same.
Two of us.
All right. These are some good looking. I made an extra Thyla if anyone needs one.
I think I've been upping a lot of speed on my unicorn. I should be able to keep up.
I'm gonna up some speed on this creature here too.
Yeah, I've got my speed of like 200% or something.
Yep. That's all right.
Oh,
We're just gonna go exploring and try and find a spot that would be inspiring to build in.
Yeah. Are we going flying, like flight,
I
or
think
are we
so.
gonna run?
I think. Well, whatever. We can figure it out. I'm down for either. We can walk and explore from here, and then we can fly to get to another area if need be.
That's cool. We'll do that. Yeah.
You guys can just do admin cheat walk if you don't have Arc Commander mastered quite yet. So we'll see. I don't know. Someone give Arahli a bit of a heads up that we're probably okay over here. The server was updated about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, 3 of us did.
Cool.
And Lizzie did that.
And I will tell you guys, I have learned a lesson. I have a new cup. I was using it last night. I have a new cup that can keep 2 cups of coffee in it and can stay warm for 2 hours.
By the way, about keeping your coffee warm, I actually talked about that while you were off camera.
Oh, yes. Well, I now have a thermos cup, so hopefully...
Oh, at least you won't have to put it in the microwave anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, you do that, I'm going to stop asking for likes. I'll get everyone to just dislike.
Yeah, there we go.
So everybody's against the idea of warming up a cup of coffee in the microwave?
Yeah,
No, I'm not. I've done it before, and then I've turned old coffee into like iced coffee by putting it in a pitcher and putting it in the
Okay. Well, here I'm gonna show everybody why that's no longer an issue.
I microwave it only when it's yesterday's coffee and I need it before today's pot is brewed.
Check this out, guys.
Evil.
Camelback. Gonna keep it. Oh god dang! Gonna keep it warm for hours. So that's the new thing. So hopefully, and I don't mind cold coffee, but
Lady Celine, you can check my my thyla.
And the saddle is totally unnecessary. Only for aesthetic purposes do you need saddles. Oh, who's got the unpainted thyla? Do you want it? Want it some ridiculous color?
That's me.
Lady, yes, it's on the purple one.
I'm indifferent.
The one
go
right here.
Go ahead if it punches your clown.
Huh? Oh, you're the pink.
Yeah, the pink one.
No. I wanted the Megla.
It's.
I'll tell you when I find it.
There you go. It's on your Mega.
Yay! Okay, now here comes the important part. I'm gonna be a reindeer.
Do it.
I didn't realize.
Okay.
Oh, you gave me the wrong one. You gave me a Megalosaurus.
All right. Well, thank you, people who are tuning in, hanging out with us while we figure out this stuff. I have put my Thyla on walk so that we can explore a little bit around here, but I can also make him fly if need be.
Megalosaurus. There's the right saddle.
Mega. People tell me I say that wrong. It's supposed to be. How are you supposed to say the actual elk one? I say Megalosaurus, and I think that's wrong. I think it's Megalosaurus or something like that.
It's Megalosaurus or Megalosaurus, whatever you want to call it.
But Megalosaurus, that's the furry dinosaur that sleeps all day, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
So that's why I ended up saying Megalosaurus, but I think it's Megalosaurus or some. I don't know what it is supposed to be. I was watching the Ragnarok devs stream recently, and I brought up something. So you guys know that very common fish that's in the game, the one that's not a piranha. Forever,
Coal.
yes, but the actual fish, I think you pronounce coelacanth, right? The full name is a coelacanth. So what do you call the short version? Do you call it a seal? Because everybody calls it a coal.
It also says coal.
Right, but it's not a coelacanth. I think you pronounce it coelacanth, if I'm not mistaken. People can help us out on that front too. I've had plenty of people. My biggest one is the Quetzal. Nobody in the world wants to pronounce it Quetzal.
Quetzal.
Yeah, it's a coelacanth.
Yeah, and check out the ARC Wikipedia. 100%. It's a K sound, not a KW. It's a K. Yeah. Quetzal, not Quetzal. As fun as it is to say Quetzal.
Yeah, I got him. I'm guilty of calling it a Quetz as well.
Yep.
Even though I've checked it and it says Kits.
Yep, I get it. It's Monkey Puzzle who turned me onto it. I switched teams and I'm never going back.
Could call it a Quetzal.
All right, so
K.
do you guys want to like we can just wander around and see what would be? I'm gonna have to kind of like make up my mind when I get in and decide to start building probably tomorrow. But my idea of this is I kind of want to. I haven't had a week with more than 2 or 3 videos in a while, and this is a series I always manage to do lots of videos from. I never lacked for inspiration, so that's part of my thinking of this is getting back to maybe some every day or every other day building. So I'll hop in and try and find a spot that's inspiring. I don't know this spot like straight ahead up here. I think this is a spot that would make sense to build in. It's just not very for being in the middle of the desert. It's like the least desert area that's here.
Yeah, I'm looking for the scar, but I can't find it.
Oh, the scar is gonna be off this way. Oh yeah.
Oh my.
I didn't mean to go flying,
Oh my.
but yeah, out this way for sure.
I went way far away, guys. And my horse went so far away.
Yeah. I see. So we're on that big expanse that you and Arahli found.
Yeah,
on your video.
this big mountain sort of overlooks everything. That scar has some fantastic spots in it.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. I found that's where one of the places that I found for the for that the dino. What's it called again? Where they the artifact seeking place.
Okay. I don't want anywhere that's gonna be dark. I constantly for this series have chosen like very shady areas, so I'm not gonna build in that hole, in that crack. As cool as it is, I don't want to be down there where it's constantly dark. Oh, look at all the pigs around here. Woo! But it's pretty gorgeous down there.
Oh yeah, this would be a cute little area. It's not that dark. I mean, especially right here. It's that bigger opening, so it's pretty bright.
A little bit of lag for me, I think. Either that or my computer. Oh, I'm getting booted. Everybody else?
We're fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, I'll be back.
Brian McCann says should build inside the big scar.
Okay. See, as soon as I say I'm definitely not building there, everybody wants it. So the scar is cool. There's like some little caves in there, and I could kind of like, if I'm building villagey stuff, I can build below and above at the same time, and make that happen. I'll put a little screensaver up for people for a second and try and make my webcam work while I get back in the game. There we go, just so people have something to look at. Nope, it does not. This webcam. Me poking it is gonna stop working pretty soon.
Oh, was something attacking me?
Yeah, it was, but it's no problem.
Not now.
It's dead now.
There we go. So this is.
I have no idea where you guys are.
Okay, so Ter Loki said we should go to like the entrances of the scar. Yeah, this webcam I think is pretty much.
Are you on your horse right now?
Yeah.
What a piece of crap. Stupid Logitech. Hate ya.
I can head over to the scar. I'm imagining.
Are you Lizzie?
Yep.
Okay, stay where you are, don't move.
Okay, and I'm incoming. I should be in this game soon.
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. We'll be there any second.
And back down he goes.
Nope, not quite.
Hey guys.
What about building over and under in the scar?
Honestly, that was my first thought. I'm timing out every time I try and join, so give me a sec here, guys. I'll be back in. I just didn't know if Arahli was doing anything with it. This is the most people that have been on this server.
But Arahli just sent a message in the info and announcements that Logic Servers is going to be retiring some equipment.
Okay. Well, whatever happens, happens. Yeah. We'll manage.
Yeah, but then those servers will be down for about 1 to 3 hours. So, yeah.
If you guys have, if you have a Logitech webcam, once this happened to me, I started researching it, and it's something to do with if they sit on top of a monitor where there's a little bit of heat, eventually the soldering separates from circuit board, and for most people they had to like push on the camera or pull on the actual lens to make it work, and for me, pushing on it is doing the trick now, but pretty soon that's gonna stop, I can tell.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Mine is fine, probably because it sits proud of the monitor, so it's always in front of it with the stand that came with the C910.
Well, that I have upgraded. I have C922, I think is the one I decided to buy. Either 920 or 922. I can't remember which one. And I should be coming back in again, guys. We'll see. Fingers crossed it works. Yep. Come on.
Wonder what's going on.
I don't know. I'm struggling a little bit. We will see. People have been... Yeah, I timed out again. Dang it. I'm gonna quit.
Maybe restart your whole arc itself and
I'm going
shut
to.
It down.
That is the new plan. It would be great if I didn't have to like be shoving my thumb into a circuit board here to keep this thing working.
Electronics are great until they stop working, right?
Yeah. In the meantime, you guys can find all the best spots. We'll see. So I see somebody saying build bridges over it, like treat it like a canal. I don't know. I think there's some, if I remember, there's some cool caves in there that if I built in there might be useful for people. Like a couple little spots you can totally fortify in there. And let me see. Looks like only one person on the server. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm hopefully loading Arc back up here, guys. Appreciate your patience. And Billy, you're the best. Getting people to tweet their builds at me. I can, in the meantime, I forgot I can probably do that. I have some Twitter stuff people sent to me while I'm struggling to get online here.
Someone's playing with Arc Command.
Change the time of day, or?
And yet she remains so humble.
No, she sent out a message.
Oh.
Ow.
What's a week ago? What would that have been? November 4th, I think? Yeah, okay, so I'm just trying to find what we would have finished off looking at last week, and I'll see if I can pull that up for you guys. While I try and get into the game here, which I still have not been able to do. So yeah, I have people tweet builds at me all the time, and Billy just sent that out in chat. And I think showed this one off at the end of the week. Somebody had told me that one of the builds I showed off was somebody taking credit for somebody else's design. I can't remember which one it was, so hopefully you guys just tweet your original unique ideas my way. But this is a cool one. This is by Psychofu, who is it's at Psychofu420, who is a patron, and you guys will sometimes see over there in the stream chat. Sort of big, like, glass and stone mountain cabin, big deck around it. And then at Look At Me HD, I think Look At Me is somebody I see in the comments from time to time. Don't know if I see them in the streams, but at UniteTheClans, here's my Arc Treehouse. I have used some of your ideas. And then I got somebody who built the Autumn, what did I call it? The Autumn House. And they added in a bunch of their own style and flair. That's Danny, who's at Katari1260. So yeah, tweet me this stuff, guys. And next weekend, I will be showing off whatever you tweeted me. While Arc isn't even starting for me right now, guys. I don't know what's going on. What a pain this is. Yeah. Alright. I might have to Control-Alt-Delete here for a sec and see if I can... Maybe I need to, like, manually stop Steam to try and get back in. Hang out for a sec here, people. Working on it. Oh, I guess I can keep that out of your view.
So, like, guess where are you going to be streaming later?
I'm going to be going on the Ragnarok server, hopefully, and finishing UTC's house thing that I recreated.
Oh, nice.
Get it finished, furnished. It's pretty much all furnished. I'm just putting the gardening touches in it.
I think which house was it? I remember you telling me about it.
It was the fall house,
right.
I
think that was the one I was just about to be showing off here on Twitter. If I can pull it up.
I honestly think once you see it, UTC, if you stay for a sec just to take a look, you'll probably be very impressed. I'm actually very impressed with my work.
Yeah, I am always down. This is somebody doing roughly. So I think they did multiple of my builds, but that's that Autumn House. This looks like, oh, maybe that's the same thing. That looks like Log Cabin 3, and then this looks like a mountain cabin, which I never did a tutorial on, but how I started off that Building Evolved series. And then down here, that's from Danny, again, at Katari1260. Down here is Jubanur, at Jubanur1, at UniteTheClans. Just finished your farmhouse build. I'm the guy who built your elevator base. That's awesome. One of many, I should say. I will keep building my Ragnarok world. Only your tutorials. Your channel is awesome. Keep it up. And Jubanur sending more pics, and that's the end. November 9th was the last tweet I got. So I'm going to close this down and hopefully be back in Arc here very quickly. You guys didn't get kicked, right? Everybody's fine except me?
No, I'm good.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I'm still in.
I have closed down.
I'm in.
I have closed down Steam and restarted. Hopefully that'll do the trick, but I've done it twice. So, and there you go. Webcam working again. So, working on it, guys. Not the smoothest of streams. I knew that would be the case if I planned on switching gears a couple of times throughout the stream. But it was fun. I was going to ask, would people be down, you know where I started the stream today, showing off my server there? People like I think people have expressed interest in the past, but you guys be interested in being able to go there and just look around at some point?
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see it up close.
Yeah, count me in.
Because I was asking Dynamic D about it, and he said, yeah, we could totally do that. I didn't really have time to get it going beforehand, otherwise I would have invited you guys to come hang out for that part too. Oh god, this webcam driving me nuts. But yeah, I think I can do that. I can make a save, change the password, open it up, let people hop in and explore. And we'll find out in a second here if I time out again. Hopefully not. You guys finding some cool stuff, I imagine?
Picking fiber.
I upped my melee so far that I was able to one-punch a Doed.
You can spawn yourself in a million fiber if you need to.
I'm actually having a hard time spawning in items. I must be a derp, but I'm following it exactly as it says online, and it's not giving me an item.
Yeah. Maybe you didn't.
Stupid.
Did you Did you enable cheats with the password? Maybe that's the trick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an admin right now. So.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know.
That's all good. I timed out again, guys, so I'll try one more time here. But
yeah, I think I'll need to get DD to give me a rundown of Arc Commander later.
Yes, I can certainly do that. I have a good amount of experience with it. Oh my gosh, I'm having the worst luck with this server right now, and my webcam. I don't know why anybody would still be watching this stream. I would have screwed off a long time ago. Are people still watching?
Yeah. Well, I'm having trouble with the stream and my.
Oh Lord!
I mean, so there were people watching, but I think they all just like all of a sudden just left.
Oh, it says 85 for me, which
exactly, yeah.
Somehow that might be as many as we've had. What did we hit? A peak of 95 today. I can't rejoin, guys. I time out every single time.
We can get on the Geek Ragnarok.
I'll give that a try.
I'm beautiful.
That's my next game plan.
Switch.
And on that server, we can go.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, if you teleport to my base, then I have two.
Adorable.
There.
All right, guys, and I gotta kill this face cam thing. It's exhausting to try and make that work. But I didn't want people just to be looking at a blank screen. At least if I'm playing Ark, that's something. Nemesis, who has given me plenty of direction in the past, has given me a thing. See, I might have 2 instances of Ark running. It doesn't look like it.
Best way to find out is Task Manager and.
Yeah, I'm in there now. No, only one shooter game, as far as I can see. Oh well, I'll see if I can hop onto the other server. If not, I might be cursed, and then we'll go get your stream going, Lady Sicilian. Let people come check that out. Thank you for hanging out, guys. I can't believe 80-something people are still watching. That's almost the same number of people we had at the beginning, so... Yep, we'll figure it out.
Why did that go all the way?
I am trying to join, Oh, I hope I'm joining the right... Yes, I am. So, incoming. Fingers crossed that'll work for us here today, and we will get back. Sean Martin, I will be becoming a patron this coming Friday. That's awesome. You know what? Something I did and haven't done in a little while is mention the folks in between live streams who have joined the Patreon. That always, I don't know. When I first started this thing, I got to shout people out all the time, but then there were more people to shout out than I had videos, which was a blessing. But I'm sure there's a bunch of people I didn't mention. I'll just look at since November started and toss out a couple of the names of folks. So since November started, I have Alley Cat, who's been around the whole time, actually bumped her pledge up. Derek is a new patron. Joseph Stout, new patron. Randy, who's actually part of the community, came with somebody else, and I'm logging in right now. He had a friend get him into the Patreon thing and pay his a pledge for him, and then so Randy enjoyed things so much. Randy is Fuzz. Decided he was going to sign up on his own. We've got Mitzi and her husband, Blair, so that's a couple joining. Michael increased his pledge, and Michael had his daughter join us, which is a whole community thing. We had Brian join, Lapey Lou join, if I'm saying that right. Jeff is a new patron, who's Jaffo. And Swan, who's a new person. Croat was around and watching the streams for a while, and in the chat for a while, joined. And then in the last week, I've had Brock, who has a ridiculously generous pledge. I think he saw I was close to some number and wanted to get me over it, and pledged some $50 a month, which is crazy. I don't know why anybody would do that. You guys are amazing. And then Mike McCoy, Catherine, who is brand new and is friends with Emmy Lou, who has been with us for a little while here. I'm in, but I'm getting like 4 frames per second right now, so I'm going to have to hang out for a second and see what's going on with me. And then Tagback, who is someone I've supported since he hopped on Patreon. I guess he decided to support me on Patreon too. So you guys know Tagback TV's another YouTuber.
Yep.
So yeah, honestly, been a very good month. Technically, even with the folks who had to cancel, I'm up 9 new patrons, and it's only November 11th. Which is Remembrance Day. I should have mentioned that. I don't know if you guys have that all over the world, but in Canada, November 11th is Remembrance Day, and you think back to the veterans of World War I, World War II. You guys call it something different? Is it on the same day in the U.S. or around the world?
In the U.S., it's Veterans Day.
Mm-hmm.
Memorial Day. I mean, a bunch of days dedicated to veterans in the U.S.
And typically you guys do...
Yeah, Veterans Day, I believe, is today, though. Yes.
So in Canada, the tradition is this is the time of year we wear the poppy. I don't know if that's a thing anywhere else in the world, but yeah, poppy goes back to... as a history geek, poppy goes back to Flanders Fields, and which is Ypres in France. And the guy who wrote that famous poem that in Flanders Fields the poppies grow between the crosses rolling around, that's a Canadian guy who wrote that. Traditionally, what am I talking about? Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm getting like 2 frames a second here, so I'm gonna exit and try and rejoin or something like that. I can't even change my graphics right now.
Yeah, I had a pretty decent ping, but my graphics suddenly went to hell and gone, and I have no idea why. Well,
Arahli warned us that our host, who is Logic Servers, probably not a good time to suggest ordering a server from them, but there's a link in the description where you can get a discount.
Oh, please don't tell me that.
Oh, yeah, but they seem to be, it might not just be me who's having this issue, so I'm going to try and exit and get back in.
Yeah, I'm in my area at least, where I just woke up in my house. It's coming out fine so far. I'm not having issues.
See, I spawned in like right next to UTC, and I'm getting like 34 frames per second. But that's actually pretty good for my setup. That's pretty good.
Well, I will try again. I've had this happen where I just have to exit and rejoin.
I like that bringing some raw food.
Yeah, we'll get there, guys. Slow and steady, not the smoothest of streams, but yep, I'm loading back in, so hopefully I'll be there any second for you guys. I'll pay attention to chat, see what people are talking about. Task manager CPU usage, I don't think it's high. I'll take a look. Yeah, I'm at...
mine's typically at like 40%, but that's usual for my system.
Yeah, I'm at 30 now, as we load in. Okay, as I'm loading, it's getting up there a little higher. I don't know, I don't pay attention to these things very often, but I have a pretty good CPU. Okay, I think I'm good now. It looks fine. Yeah, I'm in and CPU's in the 40s.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I'm in and totally okay. That's cool.
Did you want to get on Wyverns, or how did you want to do that?
I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Because we sort of went to that desert area. Are there swamps that you guys we can teleport to people's places that already exist? And
you can teleport to my place because it's right next to the desert area. I'm on one of the desert spots, so you can teleport.
I'm down. It's yeah.
What's your code?
Lady Sicilian.
Oh,
I'm
I see it.
9 of 13 months. So.
Desert Islands.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Lockjaw's right in the middle of the swamp too.
All right, UTC, come back here.
Oh yes, this is where you
stand. Right here, and I'm building a cement walkway, but that.
Ooh yeah. Very familiar. So.
That's a AAA frame, right?
This is I think it was called Autumn House, where it had like the 2 points that had the chimney thing that sort of sits in between the 2 bits, and then a lean-to.
Oh yeah.
So, and I'm gonna turn off my HUD to take a look. I didn't put paint on this. I like it.
Yeah.
Is that just white? Or,
it's white with the brown borders, and then I left it unpainted on top where the wood is, and then add brown shutters with flowers.
Those are eco-stable shutters. Is that right?
Those are the regular shutters, I think.
But
where do
they come from?
Desk. I think the desk.
Okay, that's possible.
But I made this into a sheep pen instead of your little burning forge area.
Okay.
You walk in.
Yes, that's cool. Let me go have a little look. Sheep pen totally makes sense, because when I did this, I thought it could either be stables or it could be. For me, I had thought I think I ended up throwing forges in there because I did this fireplace thing.
Yeah.
That looks so cool. I like.
I actually cannot look at her base. If I look at her base, I drop down to like 10 frames per second. If I switch my back to it, I'm up to 30 again.
I'm really sorry.
Weird. No, it's no problem. It's just I think it's really weird.
Oh yeah. Well, there's lots going on these servers. The eco stuff, the vines and things like that she does, can occasionally eat up some FPS.
Okay, if you walk inside.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
First you have a area where you can sit down, take off your shoes.
Nice.
Have a good time.
Little shoe
have
rack.
the living room.
You made it much deeper, right? Like it goes further
I
back.
left it all the same. I left it all the same. I just added walls to certain spots.
Okay, I couldn't remember how big I built this thing.
Yeah, so I built a little pantry in here. So if you walk into here, you'll actually see it's like a kitchen's pantry area where you can have everything in here.
Yep. Ooh, yeah. I like that. Little oranges, potatoes, carrots, pears. This lamp is great. I have that on my little house in the center. I haven't gone back and done much on the center, but my house, the one house I have there, is quite adorable.
Yeah, and if we walk over here, here's another sitting area of like a library / piano room. You can kind of relax. There's pictures all over the wall. Nice little setup, and then you can walk up the stairs, still more pictures, and a second kind of living room.
Yep. I was just tweaking volume a little bit. I think you sounded a little loud. Ooh, yeah. I like the white paint on the inside. It brightens the whole place up, eh?
Yeah, exactly. So that room...
I wasn't sure what to do, like the insides of my builds. I never quite know what to do. This is the one that I let Alley Cat decorate, because I got it done early enough to say somebody come decorate it for me. Ooh, yeah. And so bedroom over here.
Bedroom. We did a back accent wall, just like in the
naked
bottom
dudes.
area, and oh yeah, that's Poseidon. He lives with me, and then I have my American flag and his Canadian flag.
Beauty. I love it.
And then right here is the shower room. So you have a shower, a toilet, a sink.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. No, I might be wrong. It feels like you're like in general the like left to right proportions are right, but I feel like I didn't make it go this far back. I don't know.
No, I did it exactly to the T from your actual walkthrough.
Okay. Then I built it bigger than I really even remember. People will say that to me, like I'll go look at something and they'll be like, oh yeah, this is based on yours. I'm like, I built this. Yeah.
Wait, no. Bad sheet.
Oh, did we leave the gate open? Fools.
It's okay.
Yeah, I've watched you stream over on your Twitch channel where you were doing the Wild West roleplay thing. And I know it wasn't a sheep farm, but you had your little horse stables.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You having your sheep kicking around. That's cool. So this is one of the desert islands. I didn't bring GPS over here, did I? No. One of the desert islands. There's a couple of them that are pretty fantastic. The one that Kitty builds on this server that has all those ruins on it, that might be a spot to try and build up a little villagey area. Do you know her island?
Yeah. Are you mean the one that kind of looks like a farm villa place?
Oh no, it's the one with the docks on it and those like crazy ruins and things like that.
Oh yeah. I know that.
I think
the dock island.
We can probably teleport to her place from here. I'll see. I think it's just called Kitty. Yeah. Kitty. S'mores the Kitty. That's the one. Teleported over there. Oh, okay, we're all here. Beautiful. hopefully she doesn't mind us popping in. Now, obviously, she's got some like high-tech looking stuff kicking around here. I would build a little different, but this island is pretty fantastic for building, and so is the other one. Who has the other one on this server? Who has the one with the
little
villa?
Bill farm? Not quite sure, honestly.
It used to be me, and
right?
I think there's still someone over there.
And then there's the other little island, the one that, if I'm right, Mel was building on, that has those, like, it's by that, like, Megalania beach, and it's got, like, that sort of, like, broken bridge that leads out to it. There's a couple of very cool islands in this part of the map. That's the island that's, like, the furthest east. But yeah, this island has these docks. This is where I had my horse die because it got stuck under a dock. And I didn't know where it was. Peppermint.
I like how the Tusotooth's heads are just sticking up really far out.
Yeah. No,
So
I've
huge.
been to Kitty's Islands a couple times. She bred me an otter. She's got a whole otter breeding deal going on. But this, like, a little island like this would be a fun project because you're limited. You're not going to get inspired to go too big. You're just sort of limited to the size of the thing. And these ruins are great because they, like, you can see she's built into them. I'll go ahead and poke my head in here. This is building into the ruins. She's got all her vaults and stuff in here. There's a lot of cool stuff you could do. And thank you for... I didn't ask permission to come wander around Kitty's place, but we're doing it anyway. A little bit of lag, I think. There we go.
Oh.
GPS here.
You got 13 people on the server, you're gonna have lag.
It happens. And then these ruins are great too. They have, there's like a whole upstairs bit to them too. If we go through here. So yeah, these ruins, there's that downstairs bit and there's this whole upstairs. So I could see myself, I forgot this was even a thing, but I could totally see myself building here. Like, look what she did in this little area.
Yeah, this is cute.
Mm-hmm.
I like the vault room.
Yes, vault room's cool. I need some water. There we go.
She really worked with the areas.
Mm-hmm. And then if you come down here, there's this area down here too, which I think she's got for like her little like mini dinos are all under here. Kairukus and jerboas and otters and things. But yeah, you could have a lot of fun building in this area. I wouldn't mind, yeah, we'll work our way over to that. Do we know, Lizzie, is there still a teleporter on that vineyard island?
I don't know.
If not,
it's set one up.
It's right next door. If not.
Yeah, the one that used to be there was mine, so I took that with me when I left.
Of course. Okay, well let's go see if there is one. I'll hop on that teleport pad with you, and if not, we'll try and find one that's close. Do you remember exactly which island it is on the map?
Yeah, it looks like nope, we has a boat, S&H, so that's Hollow's boat. I think that one's the closest.
Either way, we'll get, yeah, Monkey Puzzle has built on this one on the Iron Mine server. And, yeah, this is the island, right? I think? No? Maybe not.
No, that's not the island. The island has, like, a nice little...
big hill to it, right?
This is the Meteor Island. It's the next island over.
Okay, what do you guys think makes the most sense? Should we get there? I don't have any sort of dinosaur on this thing right now. We're just teleporting around blindly. What do you think we should do? Best way to get there?
Well, I can go back to my house and then quickly teleport some dinos over for you, UTC and me, and then because everyone seems to have jetpacks.
Oh right, except me. I'm wearing pith helmet.
Me either. I'm wearing leather and a cloth shirt.
I just pooped. Unless somebody wants to lasso us and then use their jetpacks, that's another option too. Come with you.
Yeah, I think it's Morag that's over here still.
Okay.
I can drop a teleporter beacon.
That's an option as well.
Yeah, he can drop the teleporter beacon. I forgot to bring my personal teleporter.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for people tuning in. And moments of silence. I forgot to mention that, but on Remembrance Day, traditionally right at 11 a.m., which is, I'll use that as my excuse for starting late today. But that's traditionally people take a moment of silence. I lived for a while in Ottawa, which is capital here in Canada, and they always do enormous, gigantic celebrations of that stuff, of the Remembrance Day and looking back on World War I, World War II. Canada had some, I was a history major, Canada had some fairly epic contributions for a country of its size in those wars. In World War II, everybody knows about D-Day, and that's basically landing in Normandy. There were 5 beaches, and Britain had 2, and the US had 2, and Canada had 1, which is like definitely not half the size of either of those countries.
Yes, the Dusty P teleporter beacon.
Nice.
Hey, everyone, get close and cuddle. We're going.
Yeah. Snuggle in.
I have a GPS for you, UTC.
Oh, sweet. It's gotta be Dusty right here. I have all this stuff. I just wasn't thinking. I just immediately teleported, started exploring because I was used to being on that other server all day. And I'll show people where we are here.
Yep, so Moreg's the one that's here now. He's built into the ruins up there, and I had built into the small ruins by the vineyard. Oh yeah, well do you want to start up on the vineyard hill?
This is on the Iron Mine server. This is where Monkey Puzzle has got his place. It looks pretty fantastic.
I was gonna say I plan on stealing this spot once we have an opening because I want to build the Witcher 3 house that has that vineyard and the blood red and wine.
Interesting. I never got to play that one.
I instantly thought of this place when I saw that. I was like, oh, Witcher 3.
Yeah, this little house here is where I had built my small house when I first started. And I just basically made it like a double house. So my bottom layer was the workshop, and then I put foundations up top, and the top was my
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Area.
Oh, and the UK always celebrates their Remembrance Day on a Sunday. That makes sense. Yeah, this place is all of these options are really good. The actual desert is cool, but these desert islands, I'm kind of like, I don't know. There's an appeal to these because they are kind of like a little bit limited in size. You kind of like it would be you just pick an obvious place to start and build from there. We can go check out the big ruins that Morag's building into.
Yeah, and Morag's side is fun because actually what we had discovered. After, like, you and Arahli had explored these islands before.
Yeah, first day, I think, that came out.
Yeah, and the ruins that were up here didn't have a cave in them before, but now they actually have a cave in them, so they have, like, a secret, lower area that has some metal nodes and stuff.
Good job, Morag. We're just, like, surprise base touring people's places today. But damn, good work, man. That looks fantastic. I like those the way he's used those are from the eco garden decor, right? Those little fence posts up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the way he's done that. I hadn't seen anybody use them like that on top of the stone pillars. That's cool.
Oh, it's very pretty.
It looks very ruinous.
Good job.
Oh yeah. And this advanced forge always looks good. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Good stuff.
Oh, you're right about the down below.
Anybody, yeah, this is an inspiring area to build in too. So you guys can let me know. What's probably going to happen is tomorrow I'm going to, or maybe even later today, I'm going to go sit down and try and kick off a new little volume of Building Evolved. I'll try and find something inspiring I want to build. Like when people said desert originally, I was picturing like sort of like a Latin American sort of like adobe sort of, you know, little squat adobe buildings, but if you build here I'd be inspired to do something more Greek or Roman or I don't even know what.
Oh, we got fog.
Oh, so these ruins, yes, you're right, these were not here.
Yeah, they were not here.
I have not been back to this island since in order to check these out. Damn.
Yeah, it's a stairway all the way down, and there's like metal nodes now, obviously, because when you build on top of it, the metal nodes go away. But there were some metal nodes down here.
What would you guys build in here?
All the way down.
There's still a couple nodes in here.
I'd honestly probably put floors between these areas, and you could build like rooms on each floor, kind of have them overhanging each other. And then they built a stairway to go down deeper, and then have another floor to go down deeper.
That's built in, right? That's not a It's not a gate.
Yeah, this is built in. But I look at this and I'm like, this is a secret waiting to happen on Ragnarok. So I hope they do something with it.
Yeah, if I wasn't, I could for a moment I could ghost myself in there, but I'd have to show up. Yeah, the last time I made myself an admin on this server, I had to go change the password because I showed it off. So. Yes, this is awesome.
Yeah, so you come down here and it's this little secret area. There's some water down here, but it also leads out to another part of the island near the coast.
What is up, Michelle? Saying hello. Jimmy Whale tuning in. Jimmy leaves lots of positive comments. I like that guy. Yeah, this is cool. This is like that, I don't know, is Melivorium still on that one little island that has the hidden metal crystal cave thing underneath it?
I think
so, yeah.
This reminds me of this little hidden entrance down here. I had no idea. I wonder when they added that. That would have been, I'm going to have to come back and do an Explorers episode. Come back to this dang place and show it off.
Yeah, I think it was when it became official.
Nice.
Because when we started on here
it's
again,
beta still, right?
It was here, so.
Okay.
There's an alpha shark out here.
And I'm gonna get a different little playlist going for people here. Okay.
I would not recommend going for a swim. There's an alpha shark right off the beach.
Okay, good to know. Switch up the playlist a little. That's too dramatic a sudden change, but here, okay, give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna sort out myself this playlist here.
Okay. I'm gonna grab some coffee.
Oh, do it. Okay, and then the other thing, there's swamp islands that are at the very end of this island chain. I don't know if probably nobody builds out there, right?
Lockjaw.
Oh, Lockjaw's out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. I'm gonna have to, if I don't build here, I'm gonna have to come do an exploration episode here because I didn't know this was here. I know it's probably been here for a long time. It's old news to most people, but there's people out there like me that are gonna look at this and they came here on the first day and went, oh, that's cool. Maybe somebody else built here so they didn't get to come back to this island. But man, I dig it. All these little holes that open into that. Yeah,
I definitely think the one thing I like about this island the most is that there's so many different aspects to it, like so many different sides.
This big archway with all the little orange flowers underneath is gorgeous. Lots of space. Yeah, you're right. This is a multifaceted island for show because it's the same one with the 1 month would not be enough time to truly do this thing justice, even creative building, I don't think. Damn, that's great. I love that. Should we see if, I guess, did we figure out if Morag had a teleporter? I guess we can do what we did last time,
doesn't
right?
have one.
I don't know. What, I know people had asked about swamp, and I would be equally as open to swamp. Are there areas of swamp that you guys think are fantastic for building if they're empty on that other server? Because it gets swampy right out there, right? Those other islands.
Yeah, well, there are ruins in the swamp near this island, too.
Yeah, there's like a port area.
I am open for anything. We can maybe check out 1 or 2 more spots and wrap things up and go get Lady Sicilian stream rolling and maybe invade that. Bring over the few people who might still be watching. 78, not bad.
I'm in.
Yeah. So what do you think, guys? Where should we go from here?
Well, we have to find, there's not a teleporter here, so we have to find a way.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm building a raft, and I'll come back over and we can raft over to the swamp.
Oh, it's all good. I'm making things difficult. I'm just making you guys drag me from place to place. You guys, all the videos Arahli and I've made together exploring, like, he learned pretty quick that it's just kind of like make sure he doesn't let me get lost, basically. But I'm running off following my whims, going like, ooh, look at this shiny thing.
Oh no, I think this is fun. In fact, when Aberration comes out, we should do this on the Geeks Aberration server.
Well, I never finished chatting about Aberration, but like I've been torn about when and where to play, because I think I only really gonna have time to do one server justice, right? But I will be welcome on the Iron Mine one. But I did the whole Ragnarok Explorer series there. My favorite part of that is getting the beginning, especially. I was working with Fox and Vitman and Jules and Monkey Man and all these folks who had smaller channels than me, and we'd make videos together. And I would immediately see the impact. Like there was one day I did a video with Jules, and the next day came out and she had 50 subscribers the next day. And it's like, oh, that's awesome. I love that I can do that. But as much as I love that server and the folks on it, there's nobody who would be able to do that. Like it's been a while that I've had the bigger audience of the folks who are on there. So there's nobody that would give me a little boost. I'd also be welcome over on Gaming Evolved, which is where Syntac plays, and that's the one person I know who does have a big audience that I might be able to have some new people get to discover my channel, right? So, and then at the same time, I could just play on the Geeks server and do everything on there and not worry about YouTube views and build, just focus on the community and building up the amazing thing we already got going on.
We're gonna get Scroogejaw. He'll be coming online to show off the swamps.
Oh yes, that's Lockjaw.
Yeah, it's Lockjaw. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we got a boat down here too, ready to go.
Oh, which part of the island? That little harbor, I see it under the dragons.
Yep, by the arch.
Yep, coming. And I might get one of you guys to drop me a little bit of meat when we get down there, unless you can eat an Allosaurus brain.
Well, I'll come to the beach and I'll give you some citronals, which also give you water too.
Delish. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess because we were on that Ragnarok, the Extinction server, I just left home without thinking of anything. I was just excited to be online, I think.
That was lag.
Yes, I had some too. Give me some lemons. Yep.
There you go.
When life gives you citronal,
from being
you make
nearly
citronal.
to the beach to, oh, I'm going to hang onto a wall here.
Incoming.
Everybody on?
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, a bunch of people hanging out. Welcome, guys. It's fun.
Thank you.
Is that Phoenix that's chatting?
Yes, it is.
I don't think we've chatted in person, right?
Nope, not yet.
Nope. And one of the people I mentioned at the beginning of this, you got on, and a day later you brought your hubby as well, right?
Yep. That's because he had to finish getting through his work week.
Right. How's it been for you guys so far? You've been on here for, I don't know, probably 10 days, something like that?
Well, other than adjusting to the lag, it's been great.
Yes, that's a little bit...
We're used to very, very quiet servers. So
mm-hmm. Well, I will have to get used to that as well.
That is definitely the newest part of it, is the whole lag thing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get used to that too if I start building anywhere but my own server. Although it's not as bad on Extinction. This one is just, there's 30 active players who are all building massive bases and all breeding, I think it's like 5,000 dinos on this server, some insane amount.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is quite a beautiful area too. Swamps are terrifying though.
Oh,
yes.
No, they're not.
Very dangerous.
Capros are a nightmare. Leeches.
Well, to be honest, when I first got in the swamps, it was scary, but I've been there now a month and a half. Nothing phases me anymore.
That's beautiful. And this is Lockjaw popping in, whose base we're headed towards.
Yeah, I'm gonna come into that dock ruins over there at your base, Lockjaw.
Cool.
Beautiful. And guys, that's Dusty talking, who's been organizing some of those cave runs and stuff. Was there for the Ice Queen cave video I did earlier this week.
Yeah.
That one was fun.
Hey, Dusty, did you leave the teleporter or pick it up?
I just used a personal beacon. So it disappears after 5 minutes.
Alright.
And I was going to say, last week we live streamed Lava Cave.
If you'd like.
I can't teleport. I'll just fly.
Speaking of crazy cave runs, You know how Kitty came up with that crazy idea for the Thylas and the Wyvern?
Oh yes, yeah, we did. We all got naked on a bunch of expendable Thylas, and we all tried to hop in the Wyvern trench and be the first person to go get an egg. Basically, it was exciting.
Yeah, I got a little idea too, where I said we should do this where we get some expendable otters. Everybody's allowed primitive fur only, and only melee weapons. And anybody with a shield can only have wooden shield, and we do the ice queen run with only melee weapons.
Now, I did that,
alert.
and it was so.
There's a Capra attacking us, by the way.
Oh, and a Sarko. Hello, big guy.
I'm out.
Get off me, you freak. There we go. Have these ruins been here the whole dang time too? I never came to this island. On my Explorer
they've
series.
been
there. I got some exploration videos to do this week then before I get back to anything. I like your little.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I like this little the thatch roof wood building. I remember Corrales towards the end of playing Ark built something that looks exactly like that. It's adorbs.
Further north, there's another set of ruins in the swamp too. That's we were kind of eyeing, but me and Harkon decided to go ahead and do this little area.
So where should we start, my man? Do you want to give us a little tour of things?
Well, I'm not in the game, but
Okay.
we'll start off at the teleporter. The teleporter, actually, we were trying to figure out an area, and as I lead you by voice, I'll tell you where we originally wanted the teleporter. In the design, the first area we wanted to put it just really would not work, so we decided to put it in that kind of open area. We originally had plant species X surrounding the area, but it looks like they just weren't holding up. So Harkon, my other base mate, decided to go ahead and erect a wall around that teleporter, so that way people will be a little bit more safe when they come in. Plus, it's a bigger area. If you bring your Wyvern or what have you, you got yourself covered.
You'll be a second behind if you're watching the stream, but I'm at the teleporter. I have made it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not watching the stream. I'm actually trying to load in myself.
Oh, beautiful.
But so as you go forward into the base, there's a lot more ruins. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to use the ruins as well in the design. So we're trying to incorporate the stone walls. So a lot of it's going to be, a lot of this is still in work in progress, more or less. But we want to kind of utilize the ruins and keep its original shape rather than just putting a box over it. So later, toward the end of the area, we'll kind of see a little bit more progress of how we're doing that conversion. But as you go further in, you'll see the big replicator. That's where we wanted to put the teleporter. But if you notice around the ground, there's these little stone pillars. That's what attracted me to put the teleporter there. But again, thinking in retrospect, if somebody comes in on a larger creature or dino, you're going to get stuck because Paracers tend to spawn in that area. We had 2 of them spawn in that circle at one time when we were kind of moving, in the process of moving. So we decided to put a replicator. A lot of the ground and a lot of that ground around the replicator is not just putting the replicator on the ground. I had to make a foundation. So I sunk the foundation quite a bit in order to compensate for that. I actually did it 3 times because I sunk the foundations way too far. And it just wouldn't register.
If there's a part of the island, I was gonna say, because we started off looking at sort of like village or town building, and that's kind of usually the direction I've gone when I've built in that series. Is there a part of this that you would like? I know you said you're building into things. Is there a part of this that stands out for you as like a? I mean, the whole dang thing's great. The ruins are. I could see you building into every single part of these ruins with enough time.
There's 2 big.
I'm under your flyers now.
Okay, yeah, that's one of the areas. See, we had a really devil of a time trying to get those pillars erect and get the floors straightened and the foundation sunk. We we spent probably from, I don't know, roughly 8 a.m. and I think we finally stopped around 1 p.m. Just building that one small area. And it doesn't look like much, but when you're sinking foundations and you're trying to line the pillars, and
I think I see what you mean. It's because you have it perfectly aligned with the level of the ruins up here. I see that probably took a decent amount of trial and error to get to. I think even this one chunk of ruins alone would be enough to occupy somebody with building for a while. Like, they're epic and expansive. Like I said, I gotta come here and do an exploration video. I'm gonna do one starting in the ruins of that vineyard island. I'm gonna come down to this swamp island too, because there's giant chunks of this map I have yet to explore somehow.
Right. Now, if you're on the ground level, as you go toward the back of that area, you'll see kind of a waterway entrance.
I started down there,
If you go down there, containment area, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to settle in or move to that ruins, is because I wanted to kind of incorporate a few more water dinos, and that makes for really easy access. There's a small area that you could put like maybe a few dolphins or anglerfish, and then it flows out into the major area in the back. So
I was gonna say the first little area when I first got in here, all you see is the 2 upper arches, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, but you're really only gonna be able to get dolphins in here, maybe not even a megalodon. But then right under that is a huge arch that means you could get squids and basilosaurs and I don't know, probably anything but a mosa through there.
I don't know about a squid, but definitely probably a basilosaur.
Yep.
But what we're maybe doing, what I've suggested so far with my base mate, is to put some gates around that rear area. Some large behemoth gates to create a larger containment pen for the water dinos.
The sort of arch that's off to the side of that, the sort of that area, you could sort of, oh, actually, you know what? This opens into, it's a big area. I didn't realize how big this was. It'd be hard to seal this off. Man, the ruins are super expansive. The Ragnarok devs are literally the best. I don't.
Yeah.
Like the center has some cool ruins, but nothing like this, right?
No, not really.
Nothing that seems to tell a story with it. Yeah.
This is so good.
The wyvern with the bone costume. There's a broken bridge there.
Ooh, I'll head right there.
Extend way out on the other side of that broken bridge.
Right, and this is where we sailed through originally, right? I was spotting this, looking at that. So that's an area you guys have yet to sort of, I should be careful in the water, but it's an area you guys have yet to kind of tame. It looks like this second chunk of ruins. This looks like a little bit more of a wild area.
That's why I was telling you there's a lot more ruins over there. And it's a little bit bigger, but this one, you know, is a little bit smaller and fits 2 people. If we were to put the stone pillars up, it would fit me and my base mate very well as far as the footprint is concerned. But that was one of the key points, is that water access. The other key point was having something where somebody could pull up a ship or a boat. So if you by chance are heading out, when you get to the replicator, go north a little bit and you'll see this small dock. My base mate has already created 2 little houseboats, or a houseboat and a carrier. And it's just this natural ruined dock, and I think it was really nice that the devs incorporated that. So now we can have people come up in their houseboats or whatever and visit instead of just teleporting.
I was
so
going to say,
really kind of just this ease of access that I wanted to incorporate.
Yep, Dusty's clearing house for me here, making this area safe for a guy who's totally unprepared. I didn't even bring weapons.
Quick question.
Yeah, lay it on us.
Where is everyone located at the moment? I'm kind of lost.
There's ruins. The little islands are kind of like, they're, I don't know, 40, 15, something like that. I think there's a couple little islands just around that, like 40, 12, 40, 13, something like that.
Okay. Oh, I see where you are. I stayed too low. Okay.
Yeah. Well, honestly, there's no. I think I've just, like I said, when Arahli and I go exploring, it's the same thing. I just wander around and hopefully people don't lose me, but I'm not doing the best job of making sure people don't lose me. I'll head back to where the sort of boats are parked and where you guys have been doing your building. This area is fantastic. It just might be too big to try and conquer with some builds in a month. even in creative mode. I imagine you guys are going to be at this for quite a while.
Yeah, well, there are some other smaller areas further south of that position, essentially a little south east, more or less, where I originally settled. There's quite a bit of flat land and some really nice resources, not but in earshot. The only problem that I've incurred about living in the swamp, more so than anything, is the actual lack of resources that you have available. What I try to do is I try to keep the wood or any of the wood near me where it was, because I wanted to kind of work into the design of the landscape. And so, I had to kind of travel out. There are no metal deposits that are really close by. I had to travel to get those. Thankfully, they weren't too far, but
with teleporters, I was gonna say, with teleporters like we have on this server, you are able to get around to, like, we have, wherever there are giant metal areas, we have got little community people have set up forges that are sort of, you can travel there as long as everybody's working together and trying to make it happen. It's I don't know, it shouldn't be anything that's too hard to get to or too far away because of teleporters, right?
Right, but when you're first starting out, and you don't have the black pearls, and you're kind of just you versus nature, it's, I had to tame a parasaur to travel back and forth. But as I grew, I finally was able to get a teleporter, and that's when building became a lot easier. So the struggle is real, but when I first came in the swamp, like I said, it was really scary for about the first week. Then it just got a little bit easier. Now, like I said, nothing really phases me. It's just acclimating yourself to it. I'm sure, like, same thing with the desert. You come in, you're kind of really leery about what's around you, but after a while, how to use what tools you have available to take care of any threats that come your way.
Yeah, man. I'm going to interrupt for a split second only to say, Jimmy, who's been watching for a long time, just did super chat, and it's not even, it's £5, not $5. So I don't know quite how that translates, but thank you very much, Jimmy. You're a sweetheart. If there's anything you want us to talk about or mention or whatever, yeah, let us know. People, when they do those super chats, I think you're able to leave or send a little message. Most people don't bother, but yeah, that's fantastic. I want to head over in a sec to, it looks like you guys have built in that giant mangrove where all the trees are sort of encircling everything.
That's actually my base right now.
Yeah.
That's actually my base that I'm going to be leaving here soon. It's got a tree platform there, and it's a really nice enclosure. If you were to fly over it, you really wouldn't see anything unless it was night, and then you could see the torches. Yeah. But during the day, you really wouldn't even know that there's a tree platform there.
Well, I'm gonna head over there, and I think who's in the water there? Oh, that's Dusty. I was gonna say I'm gonna head over here, and I am coming up to 3 hours on the stream, so this little bit can be the last part I check out. My dogs, this happened yesterday when I did the live stream, but my dogs are starting to get restless, which means I've probably been streaming for long enough. I'm gonna get myself up and check out just what you've built into this sort of like mangrove area. It's pretty cool. Is it dark in here, or do you find you can still get lots and lots of light?
For me, my settings, I have it on Gamma 2 all the time, and it's fine until it gets night. Then I kind of change it to 3.5. My eyes are bad as it is, but Gamma 2 works for me.
Regular Gamma, yeah. Regular Gamma feels a little dark here, but at least for a live stream.
That's what everybody says when they come by. Everybody says that.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna do? There's no perfect solution. In a perfect world, I don't use Gamma, and I like, when I'm playing on my own, I never use Gamma. I like the darkness when it's dark, when it's moody. That's fantastic. But for YouTube, when you're live streaming, when you're making videos, yeah, there's no there's no perfect answer. Yeah, this is so cool. I was gonna say, Lady Sicilian, if you want to figure out what you're doing for your stream and get it going, we'll wrap up in like the next 6-7 minutes, and we'll come invade. I think it's twitch.tv/Lady Sicilian. Is there any underscores or anything in that? People know? Or is she not in chat anymore?
I think she already left us started.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, I think she might have.
Okay, well, someone do it.
You can see, by the way, the £5 translates into roughly $6.60.
At US?
US.
Well, then it's going to translate into like $7.50 Canadian. I get $1.25 for every dollar. here in Canada. So, yeah, whatever that is, $10 is $12.50 or $12.25, something like that.
I wonder where that ruined lighthouse is compared to here, because there is a ruined lighthouse in the swamp too.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I don't know. We can find a way to get there. If I'm happy to be dragged along and taken wherever, but I'm the one who I left. I totally could have brought the tech armor that Dynamic D made for me when we did that cave run earlier this week or last weekend. I think it was the lava one, right?
Yeah, it was the past weekend. Yeah.
But I have a parachute, so. But I didn't even bother with the grappling hook like a Dorcas today, so. Yeah, this area is very cool. I like I said, I'm gonna have to come back and do some exploration on probably a Thyla is the way to go, because you can beat up most of what's in here, all the Sarcos and Capros. Although bring a pike or a shotgun for when the Capros grab your face.
You can also use Ebola on the Capros, and that'll
Good thinking.
get them off you.
Good thinking. I will be prepared when I come out here. I'll head back to where the docks are. I don't know if we want to travel again by boat. We can certainly try and, if someone knows where that little lighthouse spot is, we can certainly head over there. I am in no particular hurry to end, except when my dog starts, like basically when my dogs are, he's like passive aggressive about it. When he's ready to go outside, he doesn't like come and scratch at my leg or anything. He just starts like coughing. It's like he gets up and decides that he's gonna have like an asthma attack, and he just and so he was doing that yesterday.
Yes.
But he realized I wasn't gonna listen today, so he's laid back down. He's chilling again. It's not an emergency, but 3 hours a good stream for today. I wandered my way back to Teleporter, or we can head to the boat. If anyone knows where we want to head next, I'm easy.
The Lady Sicilian has not started yet, by the way.
Okay, cool. Well, we keep rolling until she does. Someone drop her a little DM and say we'll finish up soon. And I've watched a lot of Lady Sicilian streams, and just our little community folks are really good at sharing. And when somebody's streaming, we kind of bring out as much of the community as we can. She's done fun stuff. Did a whole role playing server. I don't know. You guys watched some of that when she was doing Wild West role playing. I think it was the Twitch RP, right? Oh, that was a bad jump. Is there a glass wall there? Okay. I'm on.
Alright, so I'm looking around and
not remembering where it is? Wait, let's...
I thought I knew where it was.
I'll see if we can figure it out. I don't know about... Obviously, I know about the Scotland lighthouse. But we'll see what we can figure out.
I thought it would be in here somewhere.
These islands are pretty expansive.
Yeah, so Red just sent me a DM saying that it's the $6.60 US translates into 8.36 Canadian rupee.
Wait, what? Rupee?
Yeah,
I think we call them dollars, but yes, 8.36 sounds right. You know what's funny? I just googled Swamp Lighthouse Ragnarok, and half the pictures are my thumbnails from that Explorers series.
Oh, jeez.
It's adorable. That's kind of fun to see.
That's great.
Okay, so what did I Google? Swamp Ragnarok. The Wikipedia is so underwhelming. It's probably good for somebody who's done an exploration series, because it means people go to the Wikipedia and fail to find what they're looking for, and have to go to YouTube to see if somebody's made a half-hour exploration video, and then maybe they watch long enough that they fall in love with me and decide to keep watching. But yeah, if you Google, let's see, Swamp Ragnarok, I think it's my castle video I did with Fox and Jules. Oh, no, it was Swamp Lighthouse Ragnarok. If I do Swamp Ragnarok, it's definitely other people's thumbnails. Some monkey puzzle, there's some... I don't know who these people are. There's some tag.
Yeah, I know it's partially sunken, but I can't see it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'll see what I can track down. We'll find our way. And if not, we'll just find some other thing to explore until we can go take over Lady S Invader stream. What am I googling?
I'll just start driving around so you guys
do it, man. Find something out there. We'll discover it.
I'll follow.
Building in the ruins. All I'm getting is swamp castles and Scotland lighthouses. I can't get... Oh, I got... Hold on.
You guys got knocked off there.
That should have been paying more attention, I believe. Oh, that was so smooth. There we go.
Nah, he ran us into a tree. He did that on purpose.
Partially.
See, Dusty just doesn't want to take us anywhere. That's the problem.
I hid your sail, Dusty. That'll be better for viewing.
Yep, that's fine.
All right. And, yeah, this has been, yep, still streaming. Totally still streaming. If, yeah, we're on the opposite side. I was going to say the one other island that I know to be fantastic is Mel's, but we're about as far from that as we could be right now, so no need to head that way.
There's some ruins over here on the right, you'd see.
Yeah, let's have a look at that. Yeah, man, I think you could... Oh, watch yourself, guys.
What's that? Baryonyx and Capra and Sarko.
Yeah, you're getting swarmed.
I was trying. There's something swimming towards you guys in the water, another Capra.
Will they dismount you from a boat? None of them seem to be looking at me. Just fine by me. It's just a slaughter.
No, if you're on the boat, you're fine.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we could do whatever. We could sail this into... I mean, if people didn't mention it when I was asking where I should build, but I mean, you could always... Those canyons are an amazing spot. I don't know, the desert we started in would be cool because eventually that's going to be expanded, but I think we're still a ways away from the next... Like, the Ragnarok guys said that they've got a bunch of stuff done, but that they don't get to choose when the updates go out, right?
Yeah, they said they'll be done with the next section in the next couple weeks, and then it's up to the wild card as to when it's actually released.
Yes, I saw him chatting about that on the last stream. It was a good one. Which you're great at, by the way, Dusty, is when they're streaming, reminding people. I think you've done that a few times, right?
I love watching their streams, so I usually post a link in the Ragnarok chat.
And they had I know they seemed like they didn't pay attention or stress about it, but the last time I streamed in, they were sneaking up to like 200 people watching live, which is pretty fantastic for just like map development.
Yeah.
Like they're taking rocks and spinning them around and lifting and lowering the ground and...
Yeah, I think a lot of that is them talking about what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
People really enjoy like them talking about how they're developing the map and that sort of thing.
You know what? Another thing too is I think people like to get a preview of what's coming, and it's like every once in a while they'll see them. Like they were working on that. They were making that little, I forget what they're calling it, the hot tub or something. They were making a little cave in there on that last stream I caught, and it's like I think people like to get a little preview of. They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna know where that cave is before everybody else.
That's really how nice. I found my current base location. I watched one of their streams. I'm like, oh, I'm definitely building there when it comes out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's great. Man, that Tapahara is perfect speed to keep up with a boat, eh? Or are you feathering the acceleration?
I'm feathering the sprint, yes.
All right. Well, you're doing an excellent job.
If you go straight to where the waterfalls are just across the way, that's where me and Jem have our base.
Oh, yeah. I'm down to head wherever.
That's nothing special, though, so...
well, you guys have been teching your place out.
Yeah, a little bit. The outside is completely tech now, but the inside where it's like the ceilings still have to be put into tech. But for the rest, yeah, you can check it out.
I got someone to cut my beard. I think, was it last weekend's stream? Still not...
The weekend before that, yeah.
How is it only that long? Does it only grow when you're logged in?
I think they cut it. It stays short, doesn't it?
Perhaps, yeah.
It doesn't grow while you're online.
Okay.
Or while you're offline. It grows only while you're online.
Still, I feel like I've been on a decent amount lately. Probably not enough to get a long beard growing. I never get enough time to play as I want.
Yeah, this spot's a nice spot too. And this also has some ruins if you travel like upwards.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
the jungle ruins are great. Julia's whole base is built on top of those big old tiki heads.
Yeah, so this is part of the base. This is basically like our harbor.
Yep. Incoming. Whoop. Alright.
Jim built all this, so I have no idea where what is. I do know that this is the water dino pen.
Yep.
Down here. That I do know. But for the rest, I couldn't tell you.
No, I dig it. This is all Ozzo Craft for the folks who don't know the mods. The floors, I mean. Jam loves to build, yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, and I'm just gonna clear out this guy over here is done.
I'm just eyeballing your saloon.
You eyeballing me, boy?
Yep, I'm eyeballing. Nice arbor. Love this thing.
Yeah, so then across the way over here, that's where we have our main base set up, all up on the door.
Is that a wild? I think that's a wild one. He's probably gonna mess me up.
Yeah, that's a wild Therizino, yeah.
I'll let him get distracted. But I should try and get in that area over there, eh? Okay, I'll let one of you guys blast his face.
Yeah, Dynamic and Jam were my only closest neighbors, so I've traveled to their base a couple times and got a little bit of assistance, and every once in a while. They're the only active neighbors of mine, if you want to say neighbors, that's, you know, a good distance away from us.
Yeah. Well, this map is, it's like an island and a half. Or center and a half.
Well, if you look at all the teleporters, there are really a lot of it along that west coast edge, but, you know, I'm right in the middle of that swamp, and it's just so far away. It's just, that's why I'm always trying to pimp out the real estate there. I mean, there's nobody, you don't have to worry about noises, render distance, you know, it's a great place to live.
That tech roof looks pretty cool.
They said that once the desert is fully released, the desert alone will be 3/4 the size of the island.
Yeah.
So that puts the whole map at about 3 times the size of the island.
Okay, there you go. So 1.5 is a gross underestimate. Yeah, I think we probably now have double, and we're still getting a giant, like, what is that? That's more than that's probably 1/4 of the map still unfinished.
We're lagging. Yeah. I'm flying to the skybox, guys.
If not more. Well,
yeah, so this roofs, you'll see these roof tiles, I couldn't get them to glitch in.
Interesting.
See, I got it on this side. Oh, no, I didn't even get it on this side either. But no, I did get it on this side, but then you couldn't walk underneath because it would stop you.
Right. I've had that happen a few times.
We had this problem on another base. We had to have 2 people place them at the exact same time.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I don't know, I'll have to get on with Jam and figure that out.
Good workaround. I really like the Ozocraft catwalks and stuff you guys have built. I didn't finish exploring up there. I came down here. Ragnarok, what do they nail rivers better than anybody's ever done rivers in Ark. Way better than Island crushes the center rivers. And then, because the Island's river is just like flat. And then the center, it's like a 3-dimensional blob of water. And then waterfalls, Ragnarok does better than anybody in the world. Those look so good.
These waterfalls are fantastic.
Yep. Some fantastic spots to build. Do we know if we have a stream to invade? I can see if I can track her.
I do know that Red was busy.
Still nothing.
That one.
Okay. Well, I would like to stall and keep it going because it sounded like she was going to stream right afterwards, but maybe, who knows, maybe technical issues. I didn't notice her say goodbye when she popped out of our voice chat, so who knows.
Let's see, if you want to come inside, you can see downstairs, at least downstairs, what it looks like when it's almost all in tech except for the ceiling.
I'm
ceiling,
coming.
Isn't tech.
Between the banners? Yes.
Yeah, so in between.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it's...
So, you know, if you do like a little bit of a futuristic build, then yeah, you can definitely do it like this.
Yeah, I think the thing with the tech, though, is you definitely should add color to it, because you can do some pretty awesome color combinations that show up really bright and vibrant on the tech stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I haven't tried painting any of this yet, so it's like, okay, you know, yeah.
It's a project for one of these days to take on. I know people have asked for it before, but yeah, one of these days I'll have to play with it. It's like a better metal wall than a metal wall. Feels like it should be in the Enterprise. Yeah, it's straight out of Star Trek. Yeah, I dig it. Yeah, the roofs are cool. I wish, like, I like the pattern that's on them. I wish that the edges were maybe straight, instead of having the sort of hexagonal thing going on, but it's still cool. How do I get up to the highest point? Stuff on top there? I miss a staircase? Oh, maybe around the outside here. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe I didn't miss anything. I don't know. It looked like there was a little balcony up above. Oh, it's all good. I'm finding my way.
There's a staircase behind one of the waterfalls. If you miss it.
I think it was just this little area up here I was trying to get to.
Oh.
See what it was all about.
Oh, yeah, you can just drop down in here. This isn't. Yeah, this is. We're gonna make this like our crafting area, sort of. So I put down the grinder up here, but yeah, you know, we're still busy trying to get everything in the tech and stuff like that, so we're not sure what's gonna be where.
Yeah. Well, I will. Let me see. Honestly, I don't want to abandon our stream if she's gonna start in a minute or two, but if we don't have a plan, then I'm coming up to my I need to go for the bathroom break, and so do the dogs at some point soon. So I think we've done a decent tour of the island today. I saw a bunch of cool spots I could potentially build, and I think, like I said, later today or tomorrow, my game plan is hop on and find a new area and get inspired and find something I'm interested in building up. And I've kind of picked themes in the past. Like I said, I did Elk Ranch because I wanted to do something. I don't know. I had kind of a mountain man feel. That was my inspiration for that one. The Roman stuff, the Equus was my inspiration there, as I wanted to do something unique with the Equus. And they didn't feel like a regular horse to me. They had, like, once I got them in red and white saddles, they looked very, very Roman. So I gave my character a different little outfit and built up there. And then Harbour Town was, I had that in my mind. Been looking at pictures and getting inspiration. So wherever I build, I'm probably going to start by looking at pictures and trying to find something truly inspiring. And I do want to get back to a little, like, village building, and I think it'd be fun to do it over once I can log on properly to do it over on our Extinction Ragnarok server.
Yeah, you could even go back to an old place too. I know we put the community center in the grotto last time, the hidden grotto.
That's true, yeah.
So,
although
that space is very diverse as well.
That has the only thing about that is the limited sunlight. I'm hoping I choose a place that's got some brightness to it. I like that about the Viking area, but it's also the center, so it rains every 5 minutes anyway.
Yeah, well, that's the great thing about the grotto, though, too, is you could, instead of building like on the edges or in the rocky parts where it's all very dark, you could build in the middle.
That waterfall hole.
Yeah, where it's a very open and there's several parts. It's definitely big enough.
Back where you and Exalted One did your spots, right? Is that didn't you build at the top of that waterfall thing?
Oh, I did. Yeah, okay. So yeah, at the top, you could even build at the top, yeah. The top is where the hotel was, and I think it was Exalted did the little medicine shop up there.
Yeah, I remember. He's been quiet these days. I haven't seen as much from him, but a long time geek. I like the docks with this big old ship. I had been bugging Arahli when I was finishing the Harbour Town. I think I sent him a message like once a week to get me advanced drafts on that server, and he's like, yeah, I'll do it. And just we never happened. But like my Harbour Town would be so, I don't know, much more complete with one of these giant galleys floating in it, or galleons.
I know you.
Galleons. I like the galleons, except for one thing: you can't do anything with the interior.
True.
It's like, really?
Sorry, someone was talking suddenly a little too quiet for me. Who was that?
Might have been me.
I think that was me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
You were gonna.
I was just saying.
Make a suggestion.
I know you. You didn't get to explore the desert a whole lot, but there's quite a few great areas over there that would be awesome for a village build.
Okay, well, I'm down to go back. I'm not in a crazy hurry. I just if we were coming up to a natural finishing point, I'd be cool with finishing up. But yeah, we never got to kind of finish up over there because that server booted me off. Yeah, if you want to head over there, man, I am more than willing to go check it out. I probably should have got myself some proper jetpack so I can follow you guys around.
Well, I'll run back to my base and craft you up some tech.
Man, I have some sitting somewhere. I don't know. Is there? Do you think we need it to?
It's at the base. At
yeah.
Your base.
I was gonna say, do you think we need it to go exploring, or are there 1 or 2 spots we could get to with the teleporter and wander around? We can just see what teleporters are over there and
yeah,
see what's there and get ourselves in there.
Who else coming?
Let's see.
Being able to change the texture pack, yeah, I agree with that, Jimmy. That's something I've wanted for a long time. Is the ability, like, you know, the castles, keeps, and forts stuff, guys, where you can like go into it and choose a different wall type.
Yep.
How do we not have that for wood and stone and like? Come on, give us like two or three wood walls. That would be cool.
Yeah. Personally, I'd really like to be able to do like marble stone, ivory tower type.
And stone with like wood trim to it. Oh, I know where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Butt Monkey Hunter is building up here on this platform.
Great name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought this canyon here, with the river running through it.
Yep. Hold on, I'm coming.
You could kind of build on both sides of the river.
Yeah. Yep, I like this. It's very rocky. This is like, you guys, I'm sure, remember from Scorch. This stone reminds me of the areas around the red obelisk. It was very mountainous, and you had this kind of like dark, almost gray stone.
Yeah. I don't know why, but for some reason this area reminds me of Indiana Jones. I don't know why that thought popped in my head.
Yeah, it does.
Last Crusade starts off kind of in the Grand Canyon, and
and then winds up in a very mountainous desert area. I could see that.
And then Raiders is the whole tank that's in the middle of the desert where he's hanging off the side gun of the tank. Yeah, those indie movies are great. I watch them once a year at least. And we're not far from where we were when we first came to Ragnarok in the Desert, guys. We were up on the other side of that little bay over there, right? Kinda. I guess we're a little bit far from it,
almost,
but yeah, this little tabletop mountain thing is very cool. Sort of a butte or a mesa. Were there a few more teleporters in this little area around here? Oh.
There's a few. We can go up to the iron mine and kind of look around there.
Ooh, yeah. That's a great spot. We'll hang out for 1 sec. Incoming.
Yep. The only teleporter there is the bottom one, because Cryo's no longer built there.
Okay, cool.
Is everyone ready?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Super bears, forges.
Yep.
Oh, we're inside. Yeah.
Yeah, this is inside the cave.
Yeah.
This is the silliest amount of metal you'll ever see in one place.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know about it yet, this is a great place.
Yeah.
One round around this place, I get about 25,000 metal, which melts down to,
I think,
about 1,200 ore.
Episode 27 of my exploration series, I think it was coming out here and just being wowed because it's metal node after metal node after metal node after metal node. Try and find my way. Overlook the little area.
This lower area yet.
Yeah, be careful, that leads into a cliff.
Yes, I was looking to get to the cliff so I could kind of eyeball over the edge. But yeah, if you're standing up on that peak up there, you get to see everything. How much did you say you can come through and get?
About 12 to 15,000 ingots.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's about 30,000 metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
And is that only from inside, or you're doing it outside as well?
That's this the area right outside the gate. So there's walls around this area.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just the area contained by the dino gates.
See this, guys? Insane. Yeah.
I've been up here before. I never knew there was all the way back here as well.
8065 for the metal freaks out there. The metal heads.
And if you go out the other door, there's quite a bit of obsidian over there. You guys missed that on your.
Oh yeah. Because we found right near here is that little area with those pools that are full of obsidian nodes.
Yep. there's more if you go out the other gates from the cave.
Like Turkey's crashing.
Exit the gates that protect the whole place, or just still inside?
Go back through the cave.
Okay, coming. 28,000 raw, normal settings. Interesting. Because we certainly don't have totally normal settings, I don't think. I don't know, can't remember what our gather
I think it's
is.
like 2.5 so my head.
Okay. And so yeah, that probably for Nem, that's probably every bit of metal in the area. Oh, these ones. Yeah.
Depends on what level of Enki you're using.
Of course. And it's remind me, melee you get more per hit. Is that how it's supposed to work?
Yeah, more per node. Yep.
More per node, and then obviously people need weight as well, because if you're going to get more per node. Well, I drank water out of that well. What is wrong with me?
You're in the desert.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm getting parched fast.
I'll go get you a canteen. My base.
Oh man, I'm so.
You wearing flak?
Yeah, I'm totally unprepared.
Well, one thing Wiz does that I didn't know, anybody had done before, and I didn't think about it, was using 2 Enkies. So having like 1 Enki with melee, 1 with weight.
Yes.
And then having them be mates, so then they're mate boosted.
When I go do that metal, I take 6 Enkies.
I take 2 Enkies and I take my super bear.
And we have, this is the spot you're talking about. You're right, we definitely missed, because it's not just obsidian everywhere. Look how many frickin' oil veins there are.
It's an oil field.
For the uninitiated, 80-60. Doing a mix of exploration and base tourist today. Oh, a little bit of lag, eh?
Just a wee bit.
Woo. Okay, and we're kind of right at the edge of the desert now. Or right at the edge of... I mean to say we're looking out over the areas that we started off by eyeballing. That's the sort of crag crevasse thing that we went to... Alright,
here's a canteen behind you.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Yeah. We should also go to Dusty's spot, though, too, if you haven't seen it yet, UTC.
Oh, I'm down.
Because that might be a good spot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where these behemoth gates over here is where my base is.
Okay. I'll get myself down there. I brought my parachute. Oh.
You did check it out some in your exploration.
Oh yes, I know this spot. This is the big opening where you can do the platform, right?
Yep.
Alright, am I gonna make it? Easy. Incoming.
Oh. Yep, you made it.
And I covered the whole opening with glass. So
right, I was here not that long ago. I forgot it for your Giga. I just didn't take a look around. Teleporter right here in the middle.
It really freaks people out when they teleport in the first time.
Oh, me too. It did for me 100%, man. I'm still circling around the edge just in case there's one missing glass pane. This area is good for folks who build big, like end up having dozens of dinosaurs. This is actually a ton of space up here.
It's really nice as I'm working on breeding thorny dragons right now.
I see a couple multicolored ones. Whew. And you get down via elevator?
Yep, elevator over there. I brought it up so you could go down.
I am coming down.
That's one thing I've noticed since I've had tech armor. I don't use the elevator anymore.
Apparently we are 6 likes away from 100. Billy's trying to get everybody... Oop. Is this where we should have got off? Oh no.
You can go all the way down.
We're good.
Yep.
Okay. Keep it rolling then. Ooh, pick up. That's not what I meant to do.
Sorry, I didn't hit that like button earlier.
Oh, that's all good. Alright, here, I'll just hop off here. Yeah.
So my wife does the decoration down here.
Oh, that's so cool, man. Yep, I like it. It's cool. That water, certain times of day, the way the lighting hits that water down there. I almost never see people with these frickin' whatchamacallums.
Microraptors?
Yeah. Nobody ever seems to have those.
That's because they hate them so much that they kill them every time they see them.
Right. Same reason people aren't walking around with pet goats on their shoulders.
Yeah. Or the ickies, yeah.
Arahli loves them. He makes great pets out of those. This is a great little corner she did. Decor-wise. Shout out.
Nice.
Like little
look, this
study.
it has little cyan stripes on it.
In real life, we have a German Shepherd named Phineas, so this hyena is named Phineas, parked right here.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, they make good dogs. Oh, look at this little otter. It's just pensive. Just looking out. Yeah, the way the light hits that. I don't know if any of that is your lighting. That's making it light up down there.
The anglerfish that's below us.
Beauty. Yes. Yeah. You're right. I totally see him. Yeah. I want the can you do? I assume you can with Dino pickup mod. Can you pick up a angler, put it on your shoulder?
I don't know if that would work because they have to be in the water.
No, it does. I've done it with a megalodon. You can do it. It's doable.
Because I have always thought how cool it would be. Like, there's that little cave in Scotland that has the water pool in it. It's like that doesn't have any fish.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have any fish in it. But if you could put like one angler in there, you know, how cool that would be. You just have like a little night light.
You could do that just by putting a teleporter down in there.
Right. That's true. Yep. And I think there's some like for a lot of people it's going to be a pain because the only way you could do that is by breeding, and I think a lot of things like that you can't take the eggs, right? You'd need the S+ item collector to get the angler egg, assuming you just have S+. Oh yes, sorry, that one. You need a hatchery to pick it up for you because otherwise you can't pick up aquatic eggs, right?
Correct.
So yeah, if you're playing, obviously we have lots of options: teleporter, dino pickup mod, XYZ, but if you're playing with just S+, like some people are, then that would be the only way to do it. And if you're playing vanilla, there is no way to do it, so. Yeah. No, that's great. This is a fantastic spot. This is like this rock spire. There's a giant circular opening on top. Obviously, you see the moon up there. And like a whole natural harbor built into the bottom of it, too, so.
And you can't really tell, but I've got... these right here are gates, so I can fly flyers in there if I need to.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking around. The anglerfish does a lot of light down there. That's great.
It was really bright when I had 3 of them down there.
Nice.
Ichthyornis are great early games since you can get prime from dodos. Interesting. Yeah, if you're playing on Ragnarok, you can get like I always talk about. One of the things I love about Ragnarok is how you can have a horse on day 1, yeah, there's certain spots where you can tame. I think it could easily. I don't know. I guess I'm thinking back to when there weren't that many spawn points on Ragnarok where the Ichthyornis might have been useful, but now you can spawn in every part of Ragnarok. When I first got on here, there was only one spawn point, and it was like that kind of like northern, I don't know what that would be, like northeastern.
Viking
general.
Bay?
Yeah, it was up in that general region. Oh, nice. 334, yeah, so you've been trying to get beastly thornies.
Yep, that's actually my top level. I'm at the final generation on these.
And
by the way, you're at a 102 likes.
Oh, there you go. And Dusty,
Nice.
you don't care for color mutations as much as you care for stat mutations, I'm assuming.
Not yet. I'm getting stats and just throwing away the mutations until I get all the stats that I need.
I have been told that you kind of need to pick one or the other. You need to go for color, you need to go for stats. If you try for both, you're never going to get there.
So if you look at this guy, he's got 0 mutations. So now from this guy and I have a female at the same level, the 2 of those I can start breeding for mutations now.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So no mutations at all. That's wild. And what are you, generation 8 now? Something like that?
I believe that's generation 7.
Cool.
Well, yeah, it'll be 7 because the mother was generation 6.
Beautiful. They make a fairly cute little baby dino, don't they?
If you want one, there's one for you if you want it.
We have 2 of them from Wiz.
Oh, were we stocked up? Oh.
Yeah, we're stocked up on those.
Yeah, all right. I'll let you do the imprint job then. I know we have still that tiny cave. I haven't really properly set up everything we were gonna do.
So we have 2 Thornies. We have 2 Thorny from Wiz. We have 2
Doties.
Dodicarus from Wiz. 2 Ankies from Wiz.
Yeah. Big old community on here, guys. It doesn't take long. You hop on it in a day or 2. People are just helping you get totally boss creatures. We have everybody's got these bears.
Super bears.
Point out the levels on.
Not everybody.
Not everybody, but they are gettable.
So most of these bears are a 719, but these 753 are actually the highest 0 mutation bears that we can get right now.
Amaze. Yep. Oh, look at these 2 little. You know these guys are following you, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, good. I've had plenty of babies following me where I forgot. No, that's beautiful. I think, well, I'll do one last check and see if Lady Sicilian has started a stream. If she hasn't, I'm about ready to wrap up. I think seen a bunch of cool spots today. I think I'll be ready to hop on and get inspired and do some building, figure out one of these spots to call home.
I'm with you after seeing everybody's builds, man. I gotta step up my game. I know a lot of people came here and they came here because they like my building videos, but I get put to shame with some with just about everything. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, whoever's
Lady S isn't streaming yet.
Yeah.
But Red just sent a message saying thinking something may have happened with Lady S.
Quite possibly.
She's going live.
Yeah, no, I would assume not, because she sounded pretty excited for it, and I'm sure she would be excited if we could bring any of these 70 people over to go watch. But I think for anybody whose bases I toured today, and Dynamic, if you want to hit that, you're welcome to take us back to our little cave. But I think I'm about ready to call her a stream and say thank you to everybody who watched. I think over 100 likes. We did 3.5 hours, which is longer than I thought we would do. Sorry, Phoenix, we just brought you here, so you guys can head home if you need to. Oh, Kairuku's just getting slaughtered. Lizzie, how dare you, Lizzie Gwynn. But yes,
Lizzie Gwynn. That's
not you.
Lizzie, not
another
me.
Lizzie. Yep.
Lizzie, not this Lizzie. Yes.
Yeah. But no, thank you to everybody. I think we ended up checking out a bunch of bases today. All you guys were going to be willing to hop on to the other Ragnarok server with me, and fly me through, fly through that map and look for spots to build. I think I'm going to have no trouble building, and I've talked about a few times. People hopefully get excited for it. But that series that I've done, and I've taken breaks in it, but that Building Evolved series I've kind of always done. It's been a little bit more of a hangout and a little bit less of a how to build, but more here's my creative process, here's how I get inspired, here's what I'm thinking of, and anyway, it's always been my favorite, and you guys will see some videos of that later this week. But I'm also going to have to get back on the Iron Mine server and do some exploration, because the ruins you guys showed me on the Vineyard Island, and then getting into the Jungle Island where Lockjaw's got his place. That's like, I gotta go show people that.
Aaron Longstaff just joined.
Oh, yep. You are tuning in at the very end, my man, Aaron Longstaff. So I will say this, guys, I've tried lately doing a bunch of tutorials. Some got a bunch of views, some got a few less, and so I'm going to do them big. So I'm going to keep Building Evolved going, and that'll be my day-to-day building. And every once in a while, when I have a great design, I'm going to do a step-by-step tutorial, and hopefully, instead of 5,000 to 10,000 people watching, we can get 40 or 50 or 60 like we have in the past. But if you guys are really looking for step-by-step tutorials, there's one guy who kills it. He's right there in chat. That's Aaron Longstaff. I realized very quickly after I discovered his channel that it wasn't going to take long for him to be that guy, because so good at it. He's got some pretty tremendous builds, so go give that guy some love. And if you
are looking for building tutorials and I'm doing something different, I'm exploring, or I'm doing my other building series, that's the guy to go to. So go give him a subscription. And yeah, tune in, guys. Every Saturday we do these live streams. This week, no Facecam, and we did something a little different. Last week we'll be back, or next week we'll be back at this spot and working on this castle tower thing we've been working on. And we'll see, maybe try and find a way to introduce another stream here or there with time. And I think we'll have to get some base tour ones going at some point too, because people really dug that today. But yeah, so Saturdays, 11 a.m. I put a little playlist at the top of the stream today for anybody who hasn't covered that series. That'll be the most recent videos at the top, but there's a link in the description of that playlist that will show you from episode 1 on. But if you click on that one, that'll be the Viking stuff first, going all the way back in time to Jack's Landing. And if you click on the link that's in the description of that playlist, you'll get Jack's Landing onto the Viking stuff and then onto whatever we do next. The other things, shout out to my Patreon supporters. You guys are making this all happen. I have not had a job for months now. I think August was the last time I had a job, and that's thanks to all these people. And beyond that, we have amazing little community. You guys all follow, a lot of you guys followed me to my new project, which we've been goofing off, or we've been started this week on a Friday night. So I don't know, awesome community. I'm very grateful to have all of you people. So thank you guys, just for everything. And if you guys ever need
Admirals.
Yeah. Well, and if you guys ever need ARC servers, that's another thing that's linked in the description. I think maybe 9 or 10 people since I've been with Logic have ordered servers using that discount code. You get 20% off. I know we had a little bit of server trouble today. They aren't perfect, but as servers, as that type of option goes, I have always liked Logic, and they gave, of all the places I went when I was looking for a place for us to set up our Geeks community, nobody else was willing to do 20% off for viewers. I think I see big channels. I think when Syntac, I don't think he's with Logic anymore, but even when Syntac was with Logic, he had a 10% off link, so 20% is pretty good. But anyway, thank you to all you guys. Thanks, Dynamic D hangs with me on all these streams, Fridays and Saturdays now, so yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, Red wanted to know who did the music this week.
So I started off, when we were in the first world, I was only playing Josh Woodward, and then we've been playing DJ Quads since I did a little switch up. I did a switch up on that Vineyard Island, I think. So those are the two. Same ones that are in the description, I think, more or less the same thing I play every week. JoshWoodward.com, SoundCloud.com/AKA DJ, whatever. It's in there. It's got dashes in it. I'm not going to say it out, but DJ Quads does a bunch of cool funky stuff, and if it's acoustic, that's Josh Woodward. But that's it. I think I'm good. I'm gonna wrap this stream up and see you guys next week at the latest. And stay tuned for some Building Evolved videos later this week and some exploration. I got to do it all. I got my week planned now after this weekend of goofing off. This has been a good stream for that, which is my hope. So, all right, thank you guys. I'm gonna shut this thing down, and we will see you all next week. Yeah. All right, I didn't even know Taco was in there with us. All right, talk to you guys all soon.